Hello world, what's going on? It's your boy Bay Av, and you're now tuned in to another episode of the Rich Souls Podcast. What's going on? Got rounds with me tonight. YBS on the beat, and Brett Holland, aka Soup
Hey, in the building.
Forever. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what up, man?
Evan, bro.
How y'all
How's
feeling?
everything? How's everything? I'm
Man,
good. I'm
we chilling,
copacetic.
man. Copacetic. I ain't heard that one in a minute.
Yeah. Oh heck.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. So tonight we gonna dig back into some of the topics from earlier this week, and since we got more faces, we're gonna have more opinions about the situations. You know, I think my boy did his homework.
I tried.
Okay,
I
okay.
tried. I was working, but I tried.
All good.
I took a gander at it, at the article.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why though.
All right. Let's hear it.
Oh, so last episode we was talking about Charlie Kirk, right?
Right.
And, my opinion always gonna be, I think they went too far with the whole situation with
Right.
the assassination, right? And I also said, like, I blocked him out of my timeline. I blocked him out of my algorithm because he said something last year that I just didn't fuck with. So I just not gonna follow him no more, right?
Right.
But from the last episode, I don't know if they scrubbed that fucking internet. I don't know what the fuck they did. I mean, they might have did scrub that internet. You know how they do. I just couldn't find nothing like super crazy because I know he said something crazy last year. I can't find it again. Only thing that I'm seeing now is kind of like where he was having like a intelligent conversation with black people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I see now. So at this point, I need someone to like tell me what was the like all the controversial thing that he said that I can, because once he said something controversial about anything, I ain't finna follow him because I ain't gonna stress myself out mentally about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But over the last couple of days, I'm like, all right, let me dig into this whole situation. But I don't know if they scrubbed that internet, but I didn't find nothing like really crazy. And they do that shit. They do that
Okay.
shit.
So
I know what
Just
you're
give me
talking
one.
about. He said something. He said something crazy.
See, I can't keep hearing that. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to tell me.
I know you can't keep hearing it, but I'm just saying I'm trying to think of what I heard him say,
I know Mark got it somewhere.
and
okay.
So where should we begin? Let's start with
A better life in America. What's preventing them?
What's preventing black people
Yes.
from having a better life in America?
Yes. What's preventing them?
Police, the
Oh,
government.
hold on. No.
universities.
Police.
the
How
United
many
States
unarmed
president,
black
Donald
men die?
Trump.
How many
Donald
unarmed black men die from the hands of police every year?
The unarmed
Nationally.
black? Are you
Yes.
serious?
How many?
Charlie Kirk, we're talking about something that
How
I didn't
many?
come up here to
No,
talk
you
to
just said
about.
police. How many unarmed
did.
black men die at the hands of police every year?
Did I say that is the reason
You
why
just
we're
said
prohibiting
police.
Policing is an issue.
You're
police
right.
is
We don't have
militarized.
enough police on the streets of black
The
neighborhoods.
police department is well more funded than our normal libraries.
What is the number one cause of black death in Chicago?
Are you serious?
Other blacks killing blacks.
Are y'all saying other blacks?
Yes.
Other blacks?
Is killing them.
Who is killing African Americans?
Yes.
People are killing people.
No. What race is killing them?
Why are y'all trying to act like African Americans are just solely murdered? People are killing people.
No. What
That's a real
race is
problem
killing?
that we
Is it
have.
white people killing blacks or blacks killing
People are
blacks?
killing people, Charlie.
Okay, but hold on. I want you to tell me, why is it that black Americans are 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders?
Not
Where
true.
can you show me that?
Again, it's FBI statistics. It's
FBI
well known.
We are the capital of diversity.
That's one for me
Oh, I gotta look
So-
at the FBI.
so-
that
let
I didn't agree with.
so-
You go
so-
ahead, Round.
all right. So let me just jump in on this one. So for me,
go ahead,
me,
get up.
that right there, that's okay. That's healthy debate, right? You can have statistics or you can quote statistics because I told Bayef before the show started, you got to stop looking at this dude as an activist. White people, if you're looking at Charlie Kirk as an activist, this is where you're solely misled. All right. The man is an entertainer. He had a YouTube platform, became famous off of that for saying polarizing things. That is what entertainers do. Candace Owens is not an activist. She is an online influencer, right? So the thing about activists is they find that niche of people that believe in the same fundamental things that you believe in, whether it's the color of your skin, whether it's your political ideologies, and then they just latch on. So from that point, I got you, right? Now it's about how I frame everything. No matter what I say, right? As long as you're saying it, that's my guy. He right. So this is what you do. Like you go out, you go to college campuses because most of them are liberal. That's what you're there to do. You're there to open your mind to other ideas, right? Some of the ideas that you're going to get at those schools are sometimes outlandish, but you should be able to critically think and absorb the things that matter to you, or do like Soup said, turn it the fuck off. These people are influencers. They are not a politician that can affect your life, right? They are human beings that have opinions. If you don't like what they're saying, just like a news channel that you pick, just like a sports game that you choose to watch, change the fucking channel. But to compare that man to an activist, to compare him to Martin Luther King Jr., to compare him to anybody who was involved with the civil rights movement. By the way, we're talking about things that he said, right? Let me just go down the list here. Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. This is the biggest thing. The Great Replacement is not a theory; it's a reality. Thinking that black people and people of color are here to solely replace the white man. Black Americans on race. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. He repeatedly framed DEI as anti-white, even though DEI primarily helped white women. Palestinian in Israel. On an in-camera interview, he argued that Palestine doesn't even exist. So why are we having this conversation? Martin Luther King Jr. He called Martin Luther King Jr. awful and not a good person. Meanwhile, you're sitting up here spewing this rhetoric that is divisive. That's not being a good person. And then you hide behind the guise of religion, claim to be a Christian. That is not a Christian principle or moral, right?
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying he didn't say those things or didn't say those things. I just haven't seen it. I haven't heard it with my eyes. With my own ears. Now,
I can give you the platforms that he said them on and everything, time, date stamps, and all.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like I couldn't find all that stuff. But and before we get into this whole situation, like I don't even give two shits about Charlie Kirk, right? Like I said, he said something last night.
Join the party.
But at the end of the day, I have to hear things for myself. But let's back it up. Let's back it all the way back up, right? Now, the other episode, what I say, BF, sometimes it's about who said that message. It's about who said it, right? Now, he just said something about Chicago, right? About black people killing black people in Chicago, right? He did say that, right? But what's the difference between him saying it and Kanye West saying it? So Kanye West put that shit all in his music. We seen that shit with our own eyes on the news. They had 900 murders in one fucking year type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question about that statement that you just made?
But that's a bad clip, though. That's a bad clip.
Can I ask? I want to ask a question about the statement that you just made, because you made a good point. Well, Charlie Kirk saying it versus Kanye saying it. Let me ask you this.
That's what I'm saying. Well, what's the difference between?
I'm going to tell you right now. I don't really see that much of a difference, because black people had an issue with Kanye making the statements that he was making. A lot of black people had issues with the statements that Kanye was making, right? A lot of black people had issues with the statement that Charlie Kirk was making.
Is it not true though?
Huh? Is it true? Yes, absolutely. That's why I just said it's healthy debate. And then, but the problem that I have with all of it is it's the framing, right? We can always talk about incidents as they occur. But the problem is we never talk about the things that set the conditions for those type of things to occur, right?
He spoke.
He never did. He never did, because it's not polarizing to do such. What's polarizing is saying, "Oh, you're 13% of the population, and you're responsible for 55% of murders. Now, if I throw out some information like that, statistics, right? Because the worst enemy to you is the uneducated, bro. Like when people or like people that will join that, like get behind the things that he's saying like that, are people who won't go do research for themselves, who can't critically think, right? So okay, if that is happening, why is that happening, right? And then if dude said policing, right? So if there is an over policing in one community and under policing in another community, right? Or lacks legal standards across the board for one demographic, then there is another, right? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think okay, the numbers are going to be skewed, but also like think about, again, it's about framing. We could talk about murders as a whole. Yeah, we're 13% of the population, right? But white people kill a lot of fucking people. There's a lot of mass murder that's committed by white people. Like the most heinous violent acts in this world are committed by white people, right? But we're not saying that. But the moment that it is a black person, then the issue is made to be, oh, it's black on black, instead of murder is murder, bro. Like somebody got killed. We need to figure out what the underlying issue is about why this shit happened. If it's gang violence, okay, let's talk about what is the city actually doing to prevent gang violence. Where are those activists in Chicago that are stepping in to make the situation better? But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying in general,
we kind of got to stay on that.
Yeah,
this activist is there are activists in Chicago that does that. Right?
I'm not saying there's not any. So, but whatever's happening is not working.
What are they doing about it?
What's the next step?
He did have, I mean, look, the steps are out there, right? I work with foster kids. I'm here. I help out those foster kids, right?
For sure.
They ain't gang violence. They ain't all that shit. Like, look, I help them. That's what I'm here for, to mentor them and boom, da, da, da. Mm-hmm. But he did have one good argument, though.
Which
we got these gang violence and all that stuff like that, but our music reflects gang shit. That's what our music is.
Of course.
So, so that's what it. Now I'm not, like I said, like I can't argue with him about that. All our music is about killing niggas, big booty hoes. We selling.
So
that's what it's about. But
so every time you make a point, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I just want to follow up and I want to ask a question, right? So if I took a black dude that was born and raised in Hollywood, California, surrounded by wealth, surrounded by opportunities, was able to pay and go to the best schools, didn't have to worry about where their next meal was coming from, didn't have to walk out of his house seeing somebody get shot on the block. What do you think that person would rap about? Or would they just go into a different genre like pop?
I don't get the question. I don't know.
Yeah. So, the point that I'm trying to make is hip hop music has always and forever been about rapping about what it is that you've seen in your environment, your own experience.
I got it. But dog, that's what the Bay Ave. I just said this on the last episode, bro. we glorify that struggle, bro. We just glorify it.
We do, but at the same time, you only a product of your environment. So what you see,
I got it, but you can't glorify it.
No, you're right. You're right. There's two sides to the coin. So the other part of the statement that I want to make about it is this: is that once you trained your brain for music per se, we still stay on music, but once I train my brain that this is what's dope, you know what I'm saying, and then my peers are like, this is what's dope, the next artist is going to try to make the thing that this is dope, right? So at some point, right, because we don't have any power in the music industry, by the way, right? So some of these people who understand that these problems exist, right, could choose, because they do this with positive music all the time. They're like, that's really not what we want to push out there.
You're right. That's part of the problem.
Okay. So is the problem the art? I say it's 50% of it, because you got to have art to release art, right? But a lot of the onus should be on the ownership. The people who make the decisions to release it. And if not, let them go independent. Let them be independent and see if they have the same following.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, I mean, like I think we got good evidence on both sides.
We do, but here's what I told Bayav earlier. I am a constitutionalist. I believe in that first. So I will never be a proponent of a person trying to stump freedom of speech.
Mhm.
I'd rather if it's a white dude that got issues with black people, I'd rather him call me a nigga to my face than me go work for a company and this dude is hidden in the janitor closet and having
Right.
KKK rallies and I don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'd rather that. So and then also that gives me an opportunity to challenge you on why you think that way, why you feel that way. Right? So I can have dialogue with you. So I would never challenge that. So for that part of what he was trying to do in a way, you can respect that. And I see people's perspective on that. Okay, yeah, he had the balls enough to go sit down at these college campuses. He would take the people that disagreed with him and put them up front so that they could ask the questions and they could have a debate. Even went overseas to do it.
Mhm.
My issue with him is he just was not a good human being. At the core, he was not a good human being, period.
Okay.
And the other part of that is the comparisons. Never ever, white people never ever compare this man to Martin Luther King Jr. ever.
You looked at the
Ever.
camera.
Yeah, like you can do not
yeah.
do that.
Nah,
Like
not
in
at all.
what way? In what way? This man, Martin Luther King Jr., Civil Rights Act, Charlie Kirk, white nationalist. Two different things. Two different things completely.
White supremacists.
Like I said, I think they wiped the internet.
Let me play this. No, they didn't wipe the internet. Let me
He's
play
all,
this.
he's
clip.
all over.
Maybe so.
I don't think you do your homework. I don't think you,
I tried to. I just ain't find nothing that he
Yeah.
said that was crazy. That's
Yeah.
like I kind of.
I mean, I got videos for
I'm not like
days, bro.
for the nigga. I'm just saying like
I got videos for
he
days,
has
bro.
some points, and I'm just like, well, I can't argue. Like you sent me something. Matter of fact, I
Yeah.
think you sent me something about the and I told you like I can't argue with that about the rap music. Like you a nigga try to attack him about anything, and he was like, well, I mean, it's in y'all music.
You
No, the right
Let me-
black people didn't step up to that mic to
Let me-
address.
right here-
I can't argue
But
about
here's but a lot of black people did address Charlie Kirk, and I
I'm
applaud
just
them.
saying the right black people didn't.
That
The
that
white
is
people
correct.
didn't step.
That is
Like,
correct.
He was the type he wouldn't let you get your point across. His
No.
whole tent said prove me wrong. With that being said, he's not gonna let you argue him. He's gonna always overtalk you.
That's
He'll let you get what you want to get on.
that's not true. The first point that you made was absolutely true. It just was not the people who were prepared to debate him on those topics. And even that young man who went up there and he was like, "Oh well, I wasn't prepared for that. I was prepared for what I challenged you on." And then you switched it up again, going back to that framing thing. You can frame anything to make it look good for yourself. That it's just a fact. You can frame anything to make it look good for yourself, bro. Excuse me.
Well, I said it Wednesday night, and I'm gonna say it tonight. I just, as a white man, you don't know what a black man goes through, so and you will never know what a black man goes through. Just like we don't know what it feels like to be white. So speaking on black culture, we are the culture of the world. We are the culture that everybody want to be. So that same killing in that rap music that you hear, it's the same way I see these white boys with these lifted trucks, and the only thing coming out their speakers is that same rap music that you're referring to. So we gonna be that way. We gonna you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So I would be. Hold on one second. I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't mention this, and I don't know if you know this, right? But I go to a HBCU, right? So the following that this man has generated, right? Obviously, it was a white individual that killed Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
But in their mind, for some reason, black people had something to do with this, because now you that side over there, the people that you galvanize are now calling around the country threatening HBCUs, bomb threats, death threats, active shooter threats.
I think those two hangers was part of that whole situation.
Like what the fuck? What we doing?
Yeah, that's
White man,
that's crazy.
deer hunting rifle, kills
Right.
Charlie Kirk. Not a black man in sight. Why the issue with us? Right?
I get it.
But it goes to like where they have been taught to target and funnel their hate. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and if people don't see that as a problem, bro.
Yeah, then it's the selective sympathy. I haven't seen no uproar about the black lynchings in Mississippi.
Because we never get the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
We never get the benefit of the doubt.
You
If a
can
black
clown-
person dies, bro, like it's all over every timeline. It's like, oh, instantly. Well, let's look at the facts. And I'm sure if he would have just complied, I'm sure if they would have just, bro.
So
really?
he deserved to die because he didn't
It's a
obey
human
an
being
officer.
over here.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved to die though. But
That's the thing. Black
Oh,
people
I'm
never
just worried
said
about
that.
I'm just worried about my people, man. That's
They
it.
just got that thing where they
Oh,
Go ahead.
you know that thing. You know that thing, black fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing, bro. Like we gotta police ourselves up. So when it comes to like anything, the movies, Tyler Perry made these fucking depressing ass black fucking movies. I'm tired. I'm tired of that shit, nigga. The music that we make, it's like, damn, it's not even a balance in the music industry. And I understand, like, okay, this is what cool. That's what the label's gonna try to push. But like you said, the right niggas need to step up and say, no, nigga, I don't want to put that shit out. We need to put Common back out there, nigga. Most Def back out there, nigga. Like we need that balance and everything. And it's not like they rap. I know everybody want to say like they rapping about where they live at, but they also glorifying it. They're not saying like, oh, this is what I went through. This is how I got out of it. No, they saying like, oh, this is what I do. This is the real shit. You ain't a real nigga if you don't do this shit.
Because it's about clout. Like that.
I got you.
But it's the only genre that's like that too. And that's sad as fuck, bro.
I mean, now that heavy metal is crazy though.
Yeah.
Just kill your mother, kill your father, kill your blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, that shit.
you never heard emo like that. That screamo shit like.
Marilyn Manson, like that shit.
Yeah, he demonic.
But we do got the.
We not the only genre, bro.
Come on,
we
y'all.
just
got the like.
other people.
I think,
other people just say it and sing it and or rap it in
get
different
mad.
ways.
I think we get mad with somebody else outside our race. It's like,
Can we actually be honest though, bro?
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna just go around. Av, if I brought you a rapper that's been coming to the studio and I edit it, like and dude is talking about going to school and reading books, and it's just on a decent beat, you gonna listen to the song all the way through?
But see, that's the thing.
You gonna play it on repeat? Exactly.
That's the thing.
Okay, so how do you
we don't push it though. Us.
we have zero control over that until it's released.
So
Until it's released and put it in front of you.
That's what we need to change, y'all.
Okay,
we need to go there. We stand up for everything else. Let's go in there and stand up for that.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying like we got to understand who the power brokers are, and it ain't us.
But fuck it, let's take our own power back. Like we just let it happen. We just let it happen. Nigga,
listen,
like,
if it was up to me, every artist would pull their shit off of the streaming platforms. Motherfucker's not even American, bro. Spotify is in Sweden or Norway, some fucking where, right? Pull your fucking music there, put that shit on fucking CDs, and have people pay for it again. Yeah. And if they really want to hear what it is that you got to say, they're gonna listen. They're gonna pay for it. Yeah. That's the fair market.
I got a question for Soup. So, by you being a rapper yourself, let's just say you signed to a major. When you go in that studio and you make that album, of course, there's selected songs that make the album, and there's songs that's not put on the album. If all the songs they pick were the ones that you was talking about shooting somebody or killing somebody, and you didn't want to get dropped for the label, what's your choice in that situation? You don't even got to answer. You don't have one.
Oh, I do got to answer.
You don't have one.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm saying you already signed.
Well, they're just gonna be stuck with me. I ain't gonna do shit. It's just like Kid Cudi, nigga. I'm just gonna be out this bitch floating around. Like
you'll be dropped from the label.
You're gonna be damn right.
A lot of artists don't control their image.
So drop me from the label. Look, I'm not signed to a label. And all three of my albums are balanced. It's I ain't even talk. I'm not glorifying nothing. I'm glorifying my life and how I got out of it. All three of my albums is like that. It's built from when I was a teenager all the way up to my age today. I never changed anything. So if you let's go back to Hove, right? They didn't want to sign Hove and all that boom boom. They wanted to change his style because they thought he wasn't gimmicky enough. Boom. He said, "Fuck it, nigga, I got my own money, nigga. I'm gonna give you both sides of substance abuse, and I'm just gonna do my own shit." And I promise you, if I had that Hove money, selling dope, making a meal on the street and everything, I would do the same goddamn thing, babe. Jay-Z did. Because you cannot change. If I change who I am as I'm rapping, then I'm not being true to myself. Now the problem is with these artists.
Today.
With these art, no, I would never change. But the problem with these artists, like what you said, right? They give them that ultimatum because they broke. They broke.
Mhm.
Ain't gonna be like, oh, nigga, you rap about this, boom, da da da, and then that's what they do. But me personally, morally, I would never change that, nigga. I'm gonna always keep my same style,
Right.
because I could have easily rapped about selling dope and all this shit crazy when I was in Mark Brown's studio. I didn't do that because I could have easily did that to get on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
But
saying?
everybody,
I made crow music, nigga. That's what I did. Crow music
Yeah,
1, 2,
but-
3, and I made it my way.
right. But everybody don't see the world through you, though. So like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, could they,
like,
bro?
Okay, hold on.
I hear what you're saying.
On that point that you just made, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody through the world sees like Brett see it, like Mark
Like
see
nobody see it like
you
nobody.
see it, like
Everybody
still.
got their own lenses.
However, let's talk about it, because we said we ain't gonna do it, and I respect these people I'm about to name: the J Princes, the Master P's,
Mhm.
the Birdmans,
Yeah.
the Pharrells, the
Kanye.
Timberlands, the Dr. Dre's.
Yeah.
Out of those 5, what's the last positive album that you heard come out from any of them? And they're in a position to have some control.
Well, Timberland always been positive. Yeah,
Mm,
Timberland, they don't even drink. Yeah,
mm,
Timberland. He
for
about to
real.
talk about fucking.
I would say for real.
Timberland never said like selling no dope or nothing, like killing nobody. Timberland never did nothing like that. Not Timberland. We could take Timberland out of that. He ain't never talk about killing niggas, selling dope, and all that bullshit. He ain't never did that.
And really, I'm just trying to think. Matter of fact, you're right, because I can't even think of nobody he put out.
Yeah. Timberland for real, you could take them out of there. Like that's different. So who you say? You said Master P, right?
Master P,
Birdman,
Dre.
Dr. Dre.
and Dre, right?
And for real.
So what's the question? Well, all right. So with them 3, what was the question?
What's the last? Who is the last person that they put out that was positive rap?
Positive. Let me see. You said we got Dre, and then we got who's the 3? I'm sorry.
Dre, Birdman.
Birdman.
Nobody.
Oh yeah. You're right.
All right. So when we are in the positions, and like I said, we're not doing that on this platform. I'm not knocking them. I just want that. Like, if I could talk to them, bro, I'd be like, hey, listen, y'all in a position to change the culture, and maybe they the ones that can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the resources, you got the access, you know. So
Crap, though. You're right.
I mean, and I'm not saying everybody's got to go like full Christian rap. You know what I'm saying? Because that space exists. But like where we at?
Oh,
That's the only niggas look crazy.
No, it's a couple, man.
But I think with us, right, we had a balance though. I think we had the Master P.
It wasn't too far. Like
I'm saying we had the masterpiece though, right? We had the Nas, and then we had the Common, right? And then we had fucking but
a white man put out Nas. A white man put out Nas.
Yeah, you're right. But see, you talking about back in the 80s, like that's what he started.
Yeah,
I don't know. Rap would just start and like really get to something. Somebody had to start somewhere. But Nas always was Nas was the balance of like street shit and positive shit.
Nah, you know who the perfect example of this would be? LL Cool J.
Yeah.
And here's why I'm gonna tell you. So Def Jam, just starting out, was like, this is our guy. And the hardest shit that he said in that, was the most violent shit that I heard him say was, I crush you like a jelly bean. fuck Oreos, eat Cool J cookies, I'm bad.
Oh, don't forget about Big Willie. Don't forget about Big Willie. Will Smith. Don't forget about Big Old Willie.
Hey, look.
And he just dropped a new album.
He got 2 classic albums though, but Will Smith, he got that off the. Yeah,
off
he was
who he is now.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that shit. Like,
Big
I didn't
Willie be
like
spitting,
my
man.
parents.
To be fair, he was a rapper before Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air definitely elevated his career.
Summertime went crazy though.
It's Summertime went crazy. It still go crazy. It's probably one of the most like streamed songs.
So I got something for us to look at, and
all right, let me mute up.
Let's get out of this rabbit hole before we go straight music.
Make sure you share them, bro, because right now nothing's up.
that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into. I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant. I really genuinely believe that if you triple trumped, then you are all about preserving the lack of culture in white America that has led us to where people go and Bible thump with their AR-15s. Like, that's the only thing that I see when you get all white people together in the United States. There's no culture at all. So they have to go borrow culture from people. Even the word woke, they've borrowed from Black culture. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel. Quit watching NBA basketball. Quit watching sports that are dominated by African Americans. Quit going to Mexican restaurants. You want white culture, you go fucking live in it. But do not participate in any of the shit that makes America cool. And what makes America cool is multiculturalism. And if you want to triple Trump, and you want to browbeat DEI, and you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat Black people, as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses, earnestly pay their taxes. You want to demonize them and call them rapists and felons and all this shit, when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit, Cankles McTaco tits at the top of the ticket. I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
Goddamn.
Damn.
Tell Auntie she can come get a plate of barbecue, man.
Hey, dog, that shit. She told that bitch.
God damn.
Do we have to elaborate off that?
Shit.
She said it all, for real. She said it all.
Yeah. Woo.
We are the culture, man. Like, we are the culture. I don't care what we do. I don't care what we do. Just know other races gonna follow, and it's been that way forever.
I will say this though. Like, I don't care who you vote for ever.
You gonna drink here?
I just need you to actually get out and vote, because it matters, man. It matters. And like, yeah, some of the shit obviously with this dude was definitely predictable. And it goes back to that same thing, right? Like, how you frame something, you know, just like, and people will sell their souls to be on top, dude. Like, so, you know, you surround yourself with these type of people, you become them. That's just the nature of the beast. So that lady was definitely expressing, she's expressing a lot of her experience with our current climate, her own culture, or lack thereof. And I mean, hey, freedom of speech.
Yeah, freedom of speech. How dare you kill me for my freedom of speech? How dare you mad at How dare you mad at Colin Kaepernick for getting a second autopsy of the young man who was hung in Mississippi?
Yeah, that's what I said.
When he took the knee on the field, when he took the knee on the field, it was leave politics out of football, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter called me. My bad. I didn't want to.
You good. So, you know what I'm saying? How dare you? How dare you be mad at Colin Kaepernick for standing up?
Yeah, I hated that whole situation. That shit was so stupid, bro. That shit was like, and you know what? It takes like somebody has to do it first, right? But the person that does it first is going to take all the fucking arrows in his back.
Gone forever.
Now you can pretty much say whatever you want now, you know what I'm saying? But it's always take that one person, you know what I'm saying? That it's crazy.
I mean, we went from being mad about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee to now every player being allowed to have their own podcast and air out grievances about anything they want. Shirts, merch, the end zones being painted with end racism, all sorts of gay pride banners all over the damn stadiums. Like, bro,
the first person always get the fucking.
And then on top of that, it's like you mad because certain teams didn't select to do a honor Charlie Kirk, but you mad at Kaepernick too. Like, get the out of here, man. Who cares? America, who cares? This guy doesn't. I don't know.
Let me get this right. You're gonna get mad,
right?
That a sporting event that you paid to go watch two professional teams didn't honor somebody that you personally felt some kind of connection with. Just because you felt some kind of personal connection with them, you want them to be honored by everybody. All right. Okay. So every time there's a game, I don't know, in January, I like to see Martin Luther King face up on the screen before every game. And when they play the old Negro spiritual, I like to see it then. And if not, then I'm just gonna tell the world I'm mad about it, so people won't give a shit. What the fuck?
Trump trying to shut down media talk shows and everything if they say something wrong about him.
That shit.
Jimmy Kimmel just got booted off the fucking air, bro.
Hey, bro, bring up the First Amendment, please. Can you just Google it and then just share it real quick? Because it's very fucking specific. Like, very selective. Like, it is so specific to this situation that it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. First Amendment.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel gone now?
Yeah.
On, bro. they took that nigga.
Thanks to the guy with the opinions.
Who left? The only person left is Jimmy Fallon and
what's his name? Colbert or one of them?
Steve Colbert?
Yeah.
Colbert?
Yeah. But and Saturday
that's mostly CBS though, because Jimmy Kimmel was on CBS, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Kimmel was on whatever one. Yeah, whatever one Disney.
Hey, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
No worries.
All right, bro. I'm gonna take you down for a second.
Some shit happened at the homecoming to me.
Okay. How's your business? So, First Amendment.
Yeah, let's bring it up, bro. Here's the thing that y'all got to realize. I want y'all, as my brothers, I want y'all to realize, but the people who will eventually listen to this or watch this or anything else, when you start fucking with the amendments to the Constitution, bro, and you change and you bend them in any kind of way, you're opening the door for changes and amendments to any of them. And keep in mind that they still vote on slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
because they ain't changed that part.
That's cool or something else?
Okay. Yep. No, this is perfect. So the First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Right? So, like, how is the government telling a private company to cancel a comedian for expressing some opinions that are that of the comedian and not of the network? That's number one. And number two, why is the government able to threaten these networks, these local channels, to not be able to do mergers, to not be able to sign deals, to not be able to get funding, any of that stuff, right? Through the FCC, I think is the commission that oversees like public broadcasting networks and things of that nature. But they will even tell you it's illegal. It's illegal for the United States government to tell a corporation that we will not allow you to air something, or we're going to censor you. Basically, we're going to censor you. That's not. It's wrong, bro. Scroll down. Like it says freedom of speech there, freedom of press. Right. So like Donald Trump has been able to sue when he's been clearly lying. Like if he says, I don't know, the sky is purple and I just made every American $1 million and I never met Jeffrey Epstein. Like if he says those three things, and then some media outlet gets on there and they're like, hey, we fact checked all of those things and they're all lies. He's been able to get away with suing people for fact checking him, bro.
That's crazy.
This is the most pussyfied shit that I've ever seen in my life from a grown ass man. You don't like any kind of criticism against you.
Right.
And that makes you a flat out fucking pussy. I don't like at this point, like I respect the shit out of the office of the president of the United States. I respect our bodies of government. I cannot stand the fact that this man is able to sue, which is some whole shit in itself, that is able to sue people for telling the fucking truth. For telling the truth, bro. For calling you on lies. And those lies that galvanize your base, right? That helps you, I don't know, see some kind of, political capital somewhere. Like, and a motherfucker call you on that shit, you want to sue them? Or tell people to be taken off the air, bro, for telling the truth?
Freedom of speech.
Shall not abridge. The government shall not abridge.
To certain people.
Period.
In certain situations.
I guarantee you can look it up right now. I guarantee you if the FCC is hearing about it, I guarantee they're going to make comments saying that like we don't terminate any network based on censorship. They're not doing that, bro. They're not doing that.
Yeah,
but the amount of leverage that is being exercised from the office of the White House against NBC, whatever networks, saying that we won't allow mergers, we won't give you a license for these mergers to go through. You're forcing their hand for them to have to fire people so that other thousands of people don't lose their jobs. Make that make sense, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't, man. That shit burns me up, bro. Because like I said, man, you start fucking around with the Constitution, that's the fastest way to kill this idea of a democracy that we have. And I be damned, dude. Like I served 20 years in uniform. Like the Constitution.
The Constitution is like the Bible, nigga. Who really goes by it all the way? People pick and choose in the Constitution, what they want to go by, and then some of the things the Constitution, people will try to flip it and try to find loopholes in the whole situation. It's like it's not no loophole, nigga. It's just like the Bible, nigga. It's just there. It's just what it is right there. Cause niggas will flip some words in that Constitution, just like niggas will flip some words in that Bible. But Jimmy Kimmel, that's crazy, bro. Like when I saw that shit, I was like, damn, y'all ain't even gonna even. Me personally, I took it as a like. Not, I know he was for real, but you know how like on those shows, man, they have like a comedic
segment.
They get an opportunity to do monologues, man.
Yeah, like damn, we could even
satire. Like what the fuck?
I mean, just Dave Chappelle hosted a show. They would have got that nigga out of here.
Dave Chappelle killed everybody on damn Saturday night.
I'm saying, like, but if he would actually hosted a show on NBC, ABC, and all that stuff, man, they would have got that nigga up out of there.
Yo, can you play with Kim, like what he actually said?
And it's not even that serious though.
But the issue, but this is what I'm saying. The issue stem back from him saying shit about Donald Trump over a period of time, bro. And for whatever reason, this one thing is the straw that broke the camel's back, per se, for him, which is wild if you listen to it. I'm like,
him will just get fired.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
The internet is exploding with rumors.
so that got him. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Him telling the truth.
Basically.
The dude, the kid was seen wearing fucking Trump t-shirts and hats and shit. Like, what else you want, bro?
And they steady trying to put in our face that he wasn't a MAGA supporter.
No, but you can't.
Supporter. Yes, he was.
But you can't play it. You can't.
I don't think he. I don't think old boy
what
was.
our eyes are seeing, bro. Like, stop.
I don't think old boy was though. His family was though. His dad, his parents, all that shit. They was for sure. I don't think he was though. I would say that.
Whether he was or he wasn't, bro. Right? Like, at this point, this man that lost his job because somebody's feelings was hurt.
Oh yeah, that yeah. I'm not gonna agree with that. And nigga, you run a show. You're a comedian. Like, you mean to tell me like I can't make jokes? No, I mean not even jokes. I can't even like speak my mind no more about how I feel, because when that happened, like yesterday, Trump like, hey, y'all say anything about me? I'm getting y'all shit turned. Which is what? That's the opposite. No, that's the opposite of what the dude Charlie Kirk was apparently about. He was like, let's have healthy debate. Let's argue. Say whatever you want. It's, First Amendment is there for a reason. It's your opinion. Yeah. Just like on some North Korea shit though.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, because
exactly what it's turning.
Listen. He said some. I don't know if you remember 2016. Trump was all on the dick. Kim Jong Un. He was like, "Oh, his hair is amazing." Like, you want to be so bad. Rolled out a fucking red carpet for Putin in Alaska.
Yeah.
Ninja, like, what are you doing?
You want America to be dark.
This motherfucker, Russia infringing upon Poland, doing the same thing to Latvia, fucking the whole Baltic region, and I'm disappointed in Vladimir Putin. No, dog, grab your fucking nutsack.
Yeah.
Have that same energy where, I'm going to deploy National Guard to Los Angeles to coy some protesters. Yeah. But yet, we're a fucking Article 5 partner of NATO, and this dude is doing whatever the fuck he wants across Europe, and I'm disappointed in him.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Us being in the military, man, we know all that stupid shit. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Civilians, they don't know, like, the people we partners with, the people that we really secretly be partners with, and then like the shit that they do behind scenes and nothing. Especially when you're in the special ops community. The special ops community is all about handshakes. But what can you do for me? Maybe I'll do some shit for you. I'm gonna lie to you about it, but then I'm gonna still get what I want. Boom, with da. So that's like, when I see shit on the news and shit like that, I'd be like, oh man, that, like, I already know what it is. I already know what it is. Like, yeah, civilians might not know it, but I'm like, oh, it's just a game, man. Everybody lying to each other. Putin lied to us, we lied to Putin, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, like,
y'all want to watch another one?
Another one of what?
Let's see.
What's this?
I'm just doing homework for Soup.
You doing homework for me? Yeah, I mean, you talking about?
I mean, most of the stuff that you're actually going to find, because like you said, there is some stuff that they scrubbed because they didn't want people to their last memory of him to be a fucking white supremacist, white nationalist. So it'll show some debates and shit like that are healthy debates. Like you can't argue with some of the debates. You just wish that there was a better debater there to argue the points.
And
but he picked and chose, like you say, he picked and chose the ones that he would get in these debates with. But what you should pull up is the kid that he debated over in Oxford that handed him his ass. That's the one you should pull up.
But what I'm gonna say is, like I said, last year before everything was scrubbed, I heard some shit that I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna deal with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. But when the last couple of days, I was like, oh, they scrubbed that shit pretty good, because everything I'm seeing is like, I can't even argue with this nigga about the whole situation. It's a good debate. Right.
I just
And
need my
that's why
brothers
people
and
here
sisters
that first.
to stop overreacting, right? Stop taking the fucking bait. There's a
Mhm.
lot of shit that gets thrown out every day, bro. Like it's fucking noise. If you're able to critically think, it's noise. Think about the things that affect you. Somebody like I was getting my locks retwisted, and somebody in the shop was like, "Oh, they did a great job of or he does a great job of picking these Supreme Court justices, to make sure that all of his stuff gets through." And I was like, well prior to a judge becoming a Supreme Court justice, they start way down there at the local level that you probably never got up off your ass to go vote for.
Yeah.
Right. You never took the time to do any research on to see how this judge would vote. Because I know I get the notifications that these new judges are on the ballots all the time. And all they're doing from the local level, like your circuit courts and all that good shit, all the way up to the Court of Appeals, the DC District Circuit, federal courts, all that shit. They building a resume all the way up the line, and people are voting for them, right?
Yeah.
Knowing what their background is, knowing what their history of incarceration is for whatever, right? So by the time they're a nominee, of course they're going to pick the one that sides best with their interests. Like that's just the way that this shit goes. And there's the reason that there's the three branches of government. Not one is supposed to have more power than any of them. But this is the first time in history.
Look, I don't even know which one of the three is the most powerful.
Yeah.
You got the executive, you got the judicial, and then what's the third one? Legislative, right? I don't know which one is more powerful than the other one.
Yeah.
But it's all a game. It's just all a game.
So technically, right? If I had to say which one I think does have the most power,
I think
they don't right now, but it's the legislative, right? That's your house and that's your house and your Congress. These are the people who write and pass laws. Judiciary
write the
branch,
laws, right?
Enacts the laws, right? They enforce the laws, right? Now you've got outside of that, you've got SCOTUS, right? The Supreme Court of the United States. And they are the ultimate decision maker for things that are legal or not legal. So that's like a, you know what I'm saying? But then you've got the executive branch, which has your president in it. And yeah, he has some power, but that power is designed to be limited. This is the first time since probably George Washington, where this man is just like the dominant everything, and then Congress and the House are just fucking quiet because they can't do anything, and they're so scared about being fucking voted out during the midterms. Like it's ridiculous.
I look at the executive branch as like the executive producer. You ain't really do shit. You just kind of like say some shit.
Name on it.
You got your name on it. That's exactly how we got it.
It's the most powerful seat in the world. Like to be the head of state, the president of the United States is the most powerful seat in the world. And yes, you can do some things without Congress approval, but those powers are limited. Like they have time periods on it. Like Trump, I'm going to deploy the National Guard. Okay, you can do that, but now that's limited to 29 days, right? And without Congress approval.
Yep.
So like it's just
anything past 30.
Yeah.
Soup, I got that video that we were speaking on Wednesday. So basically, at the end of the show, Wednesday, me and Soup was kind of going back and forth with our opinions on, the black community just got to start doing for themselves. And
this is one I seen that.
And once we start doing that, then we don't have to worry about what's going on in, certain areas of the world.
Yeah,
we'll have our own thing going. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna pull up this clip with this young man who's basically he's kind of encouraging people. You can vote, but you don't have to vote because at the end of the day,
it's all about
starts with us. So I'm gonna run the tape.
I'll mute up.
We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities.
So define do for self.
When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement at all.
So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that.
Okay. For example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skilled trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia, to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it.
So
I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not.
So a question.
Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're gonna go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's gonna change in our community.
So you went to.
I'm with him 100%.
I remember that clip. I remember that.
100%. I do it now. I've been doing it all my life. I never count on the government to help us. So, look, I'm from St. Simons Island, Georgia, right? I think people they'll hear that and they be like, "Oh, this nigga from a resort island," right? But I'm like, "Oh, how you been to Jamaica, nigga? You got the resort side, then you got the real nigga side. You just got the real nigga side, the slums and shit like that. That side is on St. Simons Island, right? But we all did for ourselves on that island because the land that we had on the island was passed down from slaves from generation to generation. Boom, boom. That's why it's the Geechee Island. It's just part of the Geechee Island chain, right? But they weren't giving us no fair shake growing up. They weren't giving no fair shake growing up. So my mom was one of the people that said, you know what? In our own community, we're just gonna do us. Like, I'm gonna make sure everybody in our community go to school, make sure, everybody, I don't know, what I'm saying? Just get the support and get the resources that they need to continue on in life. And that's how we did it. And that's what that nigga is talking about. At the end of the day, it's a popularity game. It's like, okay, it's going to be like what's going to benefit the people that's in office the best. That's all it's going to be about. The one thing about Democrats and Republicans is Democrats is all about the poor, and then the Republicans is all about the rich. A lot of us fall in that middle, and we, what I'm saying, it's kind of like, damn, we don't really see the benefits from that. But I get it though. Like Obama said, Obama's for your mom, it's for your grandmama, it's for your grandmama. Republicans, they're gonna keep the rich staying rich, right? But I'm not against what he said on that video. Man, fuck everything else, man. We got to police each other up and fucking just do it on our own. Because that's the only way it's going to happen, bro. When I work with these foster kids, I don't work these foster kids because, I got money coming in every month, nigga. I work with these foster kids because I love it. You know what I'm saying? I want to make a difference in the community. That's why I do it. That little money I get from DSS, come on, bro. Like, it don't even, you know what I'm saying? That, like, it don't even pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like my shoe money. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I do it for the love. Because at the end of the day, they're going to see a nigga like me that been through the same situation that they've been through, just like y'all on here. Just like y'all on here, right? Y'all been through, like, trials and tribulations in life, right? And what them foster kids going to see is, like, I've been through that. But I made it. I got master's degrees, bachelor, I got everything. But I started off where you started off at. And you can still make it, right? So we just got to police up each other. So I'm not knocking what that old boy said. And I'm glad that clip, I saw that clip a long time ago, and I was like, that nigga's on point. Mm-hmm. That nigga's on point. We got to police each other up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say yes and no. First problem I have with that clip is that's a young man that I don't want to say I got a problem with it, but I'm gonna say it's just a little odd to me. One, he looked pretty young, and then he's saying he's got teenagers that are out here doing this with him. So, like you just said, right, Brett? Like, what do you actually know about life at this stage? That's my first thing. Like, how are you teaching anything? 2, like I got that you lost faith in government systems and some programs that you get tired of waiting for. But at the same time, if you're doing some kind of school, you're going to need some kind of accreditation. And no matter how you try to spin it, that puts you into some kind of government contract, some kind of social contract, some kind of relationship with the government. And I think that's what Roland was getting at. It was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because to live completely independent of the government, like Brett was just talking about, like we got money coming in, but that money comes from the government. But that is a contract that we have based on our years of service, based on where we are in life right now, right? That is an obligation that they owe back to us, right? So no matter how you spin it, to me, it sounded like he lost faith in democracy. He lost faith in his local leaders. He lost faith in his local politicians. He lost faith in his churches, right? He lost faith in his elders that are there, because nobody would advise that for you to go take your money, right? Your money and start up a school without having any kind of accreditation. And I don't know the backstory, so maybe they do, right? Without any paid teachers on staff that have actual teaching experience to deal with these kids, so that you don't come up upon legal issues when another school, when these kids move or they transfer, saying none of the curriculum that was taught at that school applies here. So you're actually 3 grades back, right? So in youth, you don't think about those type of things, and you need somebody that's older, right, to maybe guide and advise someone like that. And like, God bless his heart. Like, I understand the frustration. I understand it 100%. I do, right? Being underrepresented, being disenfranchised, being in a school that's definitely underfunded, where the teachers don't even want to work. It's hard to get books. Then you're being told what books you can read. It's selective history. The social studies is bad, right? But what you can do instead of doing that is, outside of them going to their regular school to get the education that's already existing, you can have a program that teaches those gaps, those things that they are missing, right? And if you want to volunteer your time for things like that, that makes perfect sense to me. But I think what's missing the mark is basically just being like, fuck government as a whole, right? Right now, the climate makes you feel like that. I got it. But don't lose faith in the fucking democracy, because that's when democracy will actually fail. When people are just like, fuck it, I'm not going to do the things required to maintain and keep a democracy, like voicing your opinions, like going out to vote, right? Like leveraging these government institutions, even though they gutted the hell out of the Department of Education, it still exists, right? Like, you got to be tapped in on all of those things, right? Yeah. And you've got teenagers. You just told us you got teenagers spending their own money. What fucking money? What money? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not leveraging the government, or you don't know how, get somebody around you that knows how, so you can get some grants to start your school.
Right.
Right. Some grants to consistently fund your school. But guess what that is still? That's federal government. That's federal dollars.
Yeah.
Right. Like, listen, again, I empathize, I sympathize, like I understand all of that. But Roland was like, yo, this is crazy, because you're not really explaining what the issue is. What is going on with your government, your local government, that is so bad where you feel like you have to do this? And like, why not get people to help you address those grievances first? And if you don't know how to do that, right? Like, where is your congressman? Where is your congresswoman? Where is your governor? Like, all of those people, have you taken the steps, or are you just saying, oh, I'm frustrated and I'm gonna just do my own shit? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the thing that I don't like hearing is like, oh, we need our own black society. Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, what makes us great is the multicultural thing. It's being a melting pot, bringing all those cultures together, bro. Having a different ideas and opinions. That is what makes us great. Ask them white people every time that they fucking decide they want to do a cult somewhere and have their own compounds and shit. See how that shit work out for them, bro.
I agree with you. That. My bad. I was talking to my daughter, but I was listening. America's a melting pot. Let's just keep it as a melting pot. We don't need all this, because sometimes I feel like black people just want segregation all over again. It's like, well, no, this
wouldn't be so bad with me.
segregation is wrong. I don't care what ring.
It's just wrong. Segregation is wrong.
I'm just saying.
And there's
that
countries
bad to me.
There's countries right now that are completely, homogenous society.
Segregation, bro.
There are countries right now that have historically just completely been homogenous forever, right? But they are slowly starting to come along because of mixed babies, because people are migrating and immigrating to their countries and all sorts of shit, bro. And like they're open to new ideas. Like,
yes,
don't discount people from other fucking countries. They all add value. They all bring something different that you have not experienced. And there are people who talk like this, where it's like, oh yeah, we need this singular society where it's segregated. It's just us over here. And you know what? Them people never even left their own block, never even left their own city, never even left their own town, their county, right? Their state, right? Never left the borders of the United States to go anywhere else to see how good they actually have it here compared to some of these people in these underdeveloped countries. Like,
I wouldn't necessarily say that black people want it segregated.
No, they do.
I feel like you say what?
No, I think they do.
Why is that?
Because foreigners, you can't interracial date no more. For some odd reason, that shit just came all. I don't even know where that came from. Now, if you're a black man dating a white woman, that's a problem. If you're a white woman dating a black man, if you're a black woman dating a white man, that's a problem. Now, that's a problem, right? But at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying, right?
Where's that at?
I feel like white people want it
segregated.
segregated.
It's all over. It's all over everywhere. They want.
I feel like white people want to segregate it because they don't try to mix in and get things right with us. It's always something against us. So if you want to stay in your lane, stay in your lane.
No, bro.
Talk about them 9-year-old niggas.
I mean,
segregation. Interracial dating. You can't stop that. You can't stop interracial dating. I honestly believe by the time the year 3000 comes, everybody gonna look like Drake. I really do. I think by the time they're gonna look like Mark Brown, they're gonna look like Drake. Nigga. That's just how I feel. How everybody gonna look in the year 3000.
Hey, but at the same,
hold on.
Go ahead.
You love who you love, bro. Yeah. And when it comes to Martin Luther King and all that shit, they broke that shit because
he was literally preaching black brothers, white brothers, yellow brothers, red brothers,
Gentile.
Yes, nigga, they want an interracial thing.
Oh, this nigga crazy. He got to go.
Now, Martin Luther King had a great vision, and he was right. But also, interracial dating was part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get that twisted, man. The slave masters was fucking.
They hate. Hey, think about that though. They oppress us and they hate us so much. But yet they were laying with black women, raping them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They having mixed babies.
You can't stop that. You cannot stop it, bro. And that's why I hate when niggas get mad over interracial dating. Women, I hate black women. I hate us as niggas to get married by interracial dating. Like, you can't stop that shit, bro. It's not going to stop. So but I still feel like we want to be segregated again. I'm like, oh hell no, that's not going to happen, bro.
So that's the Charlie Kirk thing, right? Yeah. It's like you got a pocket of people who feel like that. Bro. Like that is not the majority, bro. And like if we start moving as a majority, like logical people, right? Like what makes sense for the whole, right?
Logical, bro.
What makes sense for the whole? Yeah, some things may hurt a little bit. Some things are going to get better with time. Some things we just got to let go of. Some things are broken beyond repair, and that shit needs to be cut. Or something else needs to be built in its place that's better to do whatever. Facts. So yeah, this is the history of life. And if you don't believe me, like the thing that doesn't have a voice that can't tell you that this is happening, this planet that we live on will tell you that. Oh, this shit is broken beyond repair. Wipe all life from it.
All life, bro.
Right? And restart anew. Like that's how life just works, bro. Sometimes things break. Sometimes they're broken. Sometimes they're salvageable. Sometimes they're not. Relationships, you can walk somewhere, I don't know, fucking what's the whitest place in America? West Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Whiteville. And fucking end up falling in love with a white woman out there.
Yes.
A woman from West Virginia can go, what's the blackest place in America? Dade County, Miami.
Miami.
can go down there and
So-
fall in love with a black dude,
Yeah.
a Haitian dude, darker than dark. Like,
But you know
man,
what?
get out of here. And they're gonna make beautiful babies, dude.
You
Like,
know what,
that
Rounds?
is what it
You know
is.
what, Rounds, man? I'm from South Georgia, man. I was scared of white people, man. I was scared of white people until I joined the
But
army.
is that taught though?
Oh yeah, it's taught. It's just taught like because my uncles was like they taught like slaves still, like boom, da da da. But when I joined the army, nigga, I was like, oh shit, nigga, like you know what I'm saying? I'm all in New Zealand, nigga. I'm all in like you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole different world out there. So I feel like I don't know why we still have this thing like we want to be segregated. It's like, nah, bro.
You know what it is?
What happened?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Is the people who feel like that spend their time doing this motion right here,
Yeah.
scrolling and seeing hateful shit from white people on their fucking timeline, and feel like I don't want nothing to fucking do with that shit.
Algorithm.
I fucking you start to hate, man. It's designed to make you feel that way. Like I preach this shit in my house. Like I practice what I preach. I preach it in my house. I'm like, listen, if you even hover for 0.5 of a second over an article that's negative on any social media feed, your next few might be about that same type of topic. That's what it's designed to do, right? So I need us as a culture to be more open-minded. I need us to think more critically and not be so quick to judgment and quick to the end state of things. So like when we hear news, take it with a grain of sand and go do your own research.
There you go.
Independently. If it makes you feel that way, you know, if it grabs you that way. Hey, can you go back to that comment?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
I
say.
was trying to read it, but I want to listen.
Shout out to Brenda
really
Morgan
believe-
Williams. I really believe black teachers make sure that black kids learn what they need
to have learned back
to
in
have
the
learned back in the day. We don't have no teachers that really care, or black people that care about each other. And until we change that, we will never have the power that God intended for us to have.
So, Miss Williams, first off, thank you for coming on the platform. I have to disagree, sis. I have to disagree. There are tons of black teachers, and you can find them all over the internet that you can see their positive interactions with these kids every day. And it's not just black kids; it's black kids, Latino kids, white kids, Asian kids, all of the kids. And there are black people again. You gotta stop looking at things.
Say it again. Your mic
went out.
Say it again. Say it again.
My microphone went out, bro.
Yeah.
you
You
good
couldn't.
now.
You
Good
couldn't.
now.
All right.
You
So
Hold on. She said she really believed black teachers make sure that black kids learn what they need to learn.
back in the day. So today that doesn't happen, is what she's saying. So that is not an accurate statement. Unfortunately, that is not an accurate statement. There are tons of teachers on here, and I wish we had some on this platform right now, because they would tell you how much they actually put into it. Right there at the school that my kids go to right now, there are tons of black teachers. There are Caribbean island teachers there, and I promise you, they're on these apps, these class dojos, and they're interacting with the kids, and they're trying to do the best that they can for the kids. I will tell you though, the curriculum today is way weirder than the curriculum that the teachers presented to me. Back and it is very different.
Way different from
but the same thing that I'm saying about having an open mind and being able to critically think. Like, I interact with my teachers because it's not just on them, it's on the parents too, right? So it's on us to engage with those teachers. Like, hey, listen, I understand that the way that you're teaching my kid is different than how I did it. So if you could send me like your lesson plan, right? So that way, while my kid is at school, I'm at home doing my own research on these methodologies. So when they come home, I can sit down and actually do the homework with them and not feel like I can't help them.
Yes.
Right. Because math, no matter what, math is
crazy though.
Right. But the way that they're doing it now,
it's different.
It is different. But it exists. Apparently it's existed forever, but none of our teachers taught it that way.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where I come from, you put these numbers on top of these numbers, and you do the function that is required for those, right? So now it's, hey, here's this box method, right? Hey, here's this, here's that. I got it. But like, I have to disagree with that statement. These teachers out here, one, they are underpaid, right? They constantly have to deal with curriculum changes. They're told what they can and can't teach in their classrooms. If they want to bring in outside material, they could get fined or disciplined for that, lose tenure, all sorts of different things, right? For actually trying to they're being censored in school, right?
Yes.
So they can't actually teach facts. They have to teach what the school district, that board of education for that district or that county or that state is saying, hey, this is what
the curriculum is.
We all agreed, or the majority agreed, and actually showed up the vote about, agreed on. So that's what's going to be taught. And then that's what we're going to test on at the end of the year.
At the end
right?
of
So, but like these teachers are working hard. You gotta look at the systems that exist within systems. And if you want to make changes in those to help those teachers out, show up at those board of education, not board of education, I'm sorry. Board of education at the local level,
PTA meetings,
PTA meetings, all of those things, everything at your district level, county level, state level, to make sure that your voice is actually being heard and you're doing something about it. But like, just to make a blanket statement like that, sis, we can't do that, because somewhere there's a black teacher that is busting her ass for less than a working wage, right? Less than a working wage to make sure that other kids are good.
But what I would say this round, maybe in her county, it's probably like
she didn't specify though. And
I was about to say.
I think she might. I think she might.
She's in Alabama, bro.
But
So,
the same thing still applies. The same thing still applies. If you see something and not doing anything about it, then you become a part of the issue, right? So like, if it's affecting you, get out and do the thing that's required of you, right?
So everything Brown said is correct, but different counties is very different.
Different states.
Like here in South, different states, everything. Yeah, here in South Carolina, right? Yeah. I'm out here in Lexington County, right? That's the rich people. That's like the money. We out here with the money, right? When you get over there in Columbia, like really deep into Columbia, South Carolina, like, oh, that shit's trash, nigga. Like, that shit, that's Richland. That's Richland County. Trash, right? So I think she might be speaking more on her county, but I get what you're saying though, Rounds. Though I'm not knocking what you're saying though, Rounds. Though that's exactly you hit it right on the head. But these damn counties is crazy, nigga. And I know what they have. You in Mobile?
I'm in Mobile County.
Yes,
like
Mobile County, right?
Yeah.
So I used to live in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. So we used to, Mobile was like, right down the street, right? So Mobile is like a whole different. It's like a whole different world.
I fill them in. I fill them in. But
so here's where I stand on this, right? Because I'm not no Democrat. I'm not no Republican. Yeah. I'm more, if you had to ask me, centralist, more like libertarian. I care about what's happening in my household. And if there are things that I can go vote on that affect my household, I'm gonna vote regardless. But if there are things that specifically affect my household, best believe I might be first in that line waiting there. Yeah. Right. But I don't want you to think I'm out of touch. Right. I understand that there are funding issues across counties, districts, everywhere. Right. And this is the reason, me personally, this is my view, I am a parent that is actually pro-choice when it comes to schools. Mm-hmm. And those schools that are underperforming, those kids need the opportunity to go across these little old school red lines or whatever for these districting and get into these better schools. Mm-hmm. Right. But that also requires the parent, if you know your kid is fucking up in school and it's a behavioral issue, to check that shit before they go to a better environment, so that they don't bring those same behaviors there, and know that they're going for an education. Because the problem is not always within the school, because them teachers that show up, they're still going to present the curriculum, right? Yeah, it is on students to go in there. Like, I was a fuckhead in school sometimes, right? Like high school, I was a fuckhead, but the teacher was still up there presenting the information the way that it was supposed to be presented. Still presenting exams the way those exams were supposed to be presented, still giving me homework the way that the homework was supposed to be presented. And it was on me and then my parents when I got home, right? Or parent when I got home, to make sure that I was doing said work, and on me to take the initiative to do it. So the onus is also not just on the kid, but it's on the parent, it's on the teacher, it's on everybody.
Yes.
Right. So I don't know.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. Look, I had to like with my kids, man. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like homework and shit, nigga, bring that bitch out. Like that math, they changed the whole way to do math, nigga. I had to go back and learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got master's degrees and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, what the fuck they got going on here? You know what I'm saying? But I did my job as a parent. You know what I'm saying? So now my daughter, she comes to me with the math question. My oldest daughter, she about to graduate, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Calculus and all that shit. I knew about calculus and all that, but my oldest daughter wasn't the problem. It's my 9-year-old. They literally changed the way to do math in elementary school. That shit is crazy. And I had to fucking learn that shit because I didn't want her. Because my pride, but that's my pride, right? I never goddamn thing to my kids. You know what I'm saying? And the day I didn't know how to do that goddamn math, nigga, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, did y'all just change the way to do math? You know what I'm saying? I just figured, right. So, like I said, I feel more brown, right? So, yes, it is school system like Lexington and South Carolina, they gonna get all the resources that they need. In Richland County, down in deep in Columbia, South Carolina, oh, it's horrible down there. I don't know why it's always like that though. Like school should just be school, bro. School should get all the funding for all the fucking resources. I don't know why they pick certain counties to, and I know it's like tax related. I get it, but
yeah, it's definitely tax bracket.
Related, but like, god damn, nigga, like,
annoying, bro.
So I will say this, right? When I go see foster kids, I'm in. So Midlands is like from here all the way up to Charlotte, North Carolina, right? But anyway. Long story short, right? When I go see kids in Richland County, which is Columbia, to the high school, it's 2 metal detectors there. Like, damn, nigga, I gotta fucking strip down.
I mean, I grew up with that shit. You go to school, and if you went to school in DC in the 90s, them schools had metal detectors for good reason, because people was getting.
And you know, I went to middle school and high school in DC, right? I get it. I get it. The fun is different. But goddamn, why is it different? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. But I go to Columbia to go holler at some foster kids that's fucking up in school. I gotta go through 2 metal detectors on that.
So the funding is based on a couple of factors, right? Number one is people who participate in the census, right? So like whatever that district is, how many people there's like a certain number that's associated per capita. So per the amount of people here, per amount of kids this age to this age, some funding goes here. Kids this age to this age, the funding goes here, et cetera, et cetera. So like if you live in, I don't know, Rayford, and there's one high school, how much money do you think that high school is going to get for that county? Because there's only one high school in Hope County, right? All of it.
All
right. But then that you got to bus in kids now from all the edges of the county. That costs money, right? You got to pay teachers. That costs money, right? You got to pay all your staff. You got to pay for lunches. That costs.
I get it.
Right. My kids go to a charter school. So I pay damn near for everything. Uniforms, they lunches, extra composition books, and specific type of pencil. They not just the number 2 pencil, this green box of pencils they gotta have, like all sorts of little shit like that you wouldn't deal with in a public school. But I feel like the teachers there, they uphold the standards no matter what's going on in the classroom, and it's a little bit more strict than what I remember my experience being in public school.
Gotcha.
I'm like, damn, y'all let kids be kids sometimes, like you know, they're gonna argue with each other. They not putting their hands on each other. Let them, but they just, I don't know, it's different. But I also feel like my kids are learning at a very rapid rate, and sometimes they come home, they shock me, both of them, right? So I got one that's really good at science and math, and the other one's really good at the technical stuff, and like they sharp as hell. And that's a product of teachers giving a damn, right?
Okay. So
go ahead.
I'm a ride the commit. I'm gonna go back to the commit.
Okay.
It's my mother-in-law, but I'm not picking sides with it because I do agree with what you said. A lot of stuff started at home, and a lot of
put it up for us. Put it up.
I'm just knowing where she's speaking from, like in this public school in the area that she's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's county.
So yeah, I mean, by your kids going to charter school, of course you know, it's going to be a little different.
Yes,
but not necessarily better.
So I get what you
I
said.
guarantee you it's better.
Look,
I can almost bet you it's better.
All right, so
I can almost bet you it's better.
So I'm gonna let Soup say what he's gonna say, and then I'm gonna tell you the numbers from the other elementary school compared to the charter school that my kids go to. But I'm gonna tell you also the reason
But this
why.
is a different state too, bro.
I get you. That's what I'm saying. And we crossed that line. Every county is gonna have their quota per capita of how much resources they get based on the number of students that attend that school, based on the number of school age for each grade level. It's all gonna be part of that. And then the fact that they gutted the Department of Education does not help, because they used to direct, like one of their functions was to direct those resources to the appropriate locations that they should go to. But I digress. I'll let you go back. If she's speaking anecdotally, speaking specifically for the school that she's at, there is no argument at all. But this says, I really believe I really believe black teachers make sure that black kids learn what they need to have learned back in the day. That means the teaching style. This is what I'm addressing right now. She's saying the teaching style of black teachers back in the day, they cared more. We don't have no teachers that really care, or black people that care about each other. Until we change that, we will never have the power that God intended for us. And I disagree wholeheartedly with that statement. This don't have nothing to do with the funding of the school. I know for a fact that there are black teachers out here that give a damn about these kids.
Okay.
Let me interject. I know there are black people who give a damn about these kids.
Let me interject. The county that she's the school that she's speaking on.
Yeah, it's county based though.
Maybe 2 at the most.
Yes,
of African American teachers.
Is it an all black school?
No, it's not an all black school.
So,
black is the minority.
Can I jump on?
Okay. Go ahead.
Right. Black is the minority.
So my kids, I never sent my kids to a charter school. I just kind of like got my house in the best school district, right? When I was in Fayetteville, my daughter went to Hope Mills. We was in Hope Mills, right? So but the kid, like the black teachers in Hope at that high school, they was really onto that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, because a lot of we talk. Damn, what's the name of that damn school? Hope Mills.
Southview.
No, it wasn't Southview.
You said middle school or high school?
High school. Southview is the middle school. Oh my god, I can't.
Southview High School.
No, Southview is the high school.
High school.
No, it's multiple high schools in Hope Mills.
Douglas Byrd.
Jack Britt.
No, hold on.
Jack Britt.
No, Jack Britt was
that's the high school, and that's still technically Fayetteville. It's like on the cusp of Hope Mills.
Oh my god, hold on, quick. I gotta get this right. Hold on, quick.
All right, while he researching that, let me just say this real quick, bro.
Yeah.
So for that statement now, and only having 2 black teachers in that school,
I don't even know how many.
Let's say it's 5. Let's say it's 5.
I said no more than 5.
Okay, let's say it's 5.
Yeah.
Let's just think about that. If the school is predominantly something else other than black, you think they care more or less? Those black teachers about the black students there.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. But anyway,
I'm gonna get real numbers. Hold on.
Yeah,
that works. So my daughter goes to Lexington High School out here in Lexington, South Carolina, right? But predominantly white high school, right? But the black teachers that she has there, oh my god, nigga, like they teach my daughter black history like it ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They make sure my daughter has that black history, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about the county. That's what I'm saying. Like with his mother-in-law, that county is just trash.
So no, I'm not disagreeing at all with that. Because if you think about what you said to start your statement, You said I made sure I moved
Yeah.
to a district,
Good.
right?
Good
We
decision.
shouldn't. Nobody should even have to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So like I understand
I
that there
understand.
are issues that exist in across the board. There's going to be issues that exist, right?
Yeah.
But this is why I said in my statement that I am a parent that believes in school of choice,
Mm-hmm.
and that might be a right or centralist ideology for wanting your kids to go to school. But I also definitely understand that
Yes.
until you fix a lot of these institutions, I want my kids, which means I had to work to be able to afford to move to a district where I have a choice of schools to send my kids to, right?
Yeah.
But some kids I get, or some parents and kids, I 100% understand the situation is not going to be the same. The teachers may not, some it may be 50-50. Some of the teachers are there like, fuck, man, like my hands are tied. I'm just basically here for
Yeah. And I get it. And I get it, man.
and some of them are like really trying to have breakthroughs with these kids to the point where their hair looking like Frederick Douglass, just like all white. They stressed out because they just can't get the things that they need.
So
I understand that all of that exists, but what I won't take though is saying that blanket that black teachers are out here that don't care about the students. If she's speaking solely on her experience where she's at, I can't argue with that because that's her experience. You know what I mean? And that's the lens that everyone is gonna look through, is their own lens. Like, how is this affecting me? Right?
So,
Like, and yeah, go ahead, bro.
So 3 teachers.
Three black teachers.
3 black teachers. 1 is a teacher, 2 is aides.
So 1 black teacher.
1 black teacher.
Okay, and she's saying that 1 black teacher don't care.
Well, that's in my hometown. That's in Washington County. Down here, no more than 2 or 3.
So you said, let me understand this right. So you're saying the demographic where you're at is predominantly white?
In Indian.
In Native American. So are they Native American teachers?
You
got people of color, other people of color teachers?
I think
or the teachers are all white.
I think they're all white.
Okay. So then it's a resource problem, not a resource problem, but so think about it this way.
DEI.
No. So teachers is one of those things, bro, that DEI I feel like should never be an issue. Like getting hired as a teacher, if you have the correct credentials, should never be an issue.
That's really
but here is a huge problem. Here's a huge problem, and this is for every community that is in a rural area anywhere. Period. The smartest and the brightest kids that graduate from high schools in those areas, that leave, they go to college, they attain a bachelor's degree or higher, they're not coming back to do anything. They get theirs, they get the fuck out of Dodge. Now imagine if those individuals balled out in high school, A students, advanced classes, went to college, got their bachelor's degree, in education, got a master's in teaching and education, and they actually came back to teach in those areas. How much would that affect that community? Probably a lot, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like I said, once you start understanding like the underlining issues, for things like, but you don't blame them for leaving either, because okay, there's opportunity for me and there's opportunity for my family. You understand how them ends are working?
Everybody's for self.
Me, it's not self. It's not really self. It's like it's goals, right? So like your life goals is to be a productive member of society and have a family, and actually a family that thrives. Why will you go take your family to an environment that's unsafe and impoverished? Right? So, but there are some out here, and I applaud them, that will take their family back to where they grew up at.
Yes.
With
So they
with
can
a,
experience it.
where they can experience it and they can try to improve the conditions that exist where they're at. But they cannot do that by themselves. They will not hire black teachers in the area. What area? That's why none are in the school. What school?
So my daughter went to Jack Brett in Hope Mills. But
That'll be Washington County,
Washington County. Okay,
Chatham,
so
Alabama.
in Chatham, Alabama. That's unfortunate. So like if the teachers have the credentials, and I'm sure, you know, if are they first off, are they even advertising that they're are they even advertising that there's openings for these teacher positions, right? And are they who are they advertising it to? Is Alabama predominantly white university or is it predominantly black university? Right? How many black students go to that university to attain teaching degrees or licenses to teach? Right? Are they trying to recruit teachers from outside of the state? What are they doing to entice those teachers to come to the state, white or black? Are they offering them any kind of bonuses, tenure, all sorts of things? Why are they making it lucrative for these, not lucrative, but like, you know, a decent wage where they're living above the poverty line to come live somewhere?
Let me show y'all something, man.
Please. Because I'm not familiar with this area. I'm just saying
you should send me the link.
The logic that I'm applying to this is applicable to any job.
Mhm.
Where it's saying, hey, we're not hiring these people. Okay, well, what's the credentials required for that job? How many people, right? Or if it's one black dude out of 7 white dudes that has the same exact credentials as these white dudes, and then maybe that white dude has military experience, maybe that one has law enforcement experience, and maybe this kid is just a black college graduate. Sometimes it's unfortunate, but sometimes the situations work out like that. You know what I mean?
Send her the link
based on the degree that you're going for. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have DEI. I think DEI was fine. I had no issue with it. But what we got there?
Yeah, you should send her the link so she can pop on.
Yeah,
really express like
that's my dude. She gonna stay she gonna be on the sideline. She ain't. That's
but she's I mean she's got valid
yeah, she got valid. I just wanted to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
She pops on, she can express it.
So this is the list of the best education to the worst education by states,
and that's cap already.
New Jersey is number 1 in education.
That's cap already.
That's cap.
That's based on U.S. news. Man.
That's based on campus.
Okay, so let's go back to Google. Y'all tell me where to click.
Go put it. Just type in school rankings by state, and there is a what's the name of the I can't think of the damn name of the. I'll know it when I see it. School rankings by state. Yeah, just click that one, and then there should be a. There you go. The National Education Association. Go back.
Wrong one.
Hit back real quick. Yeah, National Education Association.
24.
Okay, so one of those pages will have like the top states.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So it's giving you a breakdown right there. So it's going to talk about enrollment, average daily. Go to the next page real quick. Keep scrolling. School districts, revenue receipts. Next page. Keep going. All right, here we go. Rankings 2024. So it should start on the next page. Okay, so there you go. So Alabama ranks
number 1.
No. 36 and 35. So in 2022 to 2023, they were ranked 36. So they actually moved up in 23 to 24. So on that list, you see Texas is number 1 across the board. Go if you look quarter way up from the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
And North Carolina.
Where you see North Carolina at 39th? We're behind Alabama.
What's South Carolina at?
Are we a larger state than Alabama?
41.
No. Is it? North Carolina larger than Alabama?
No, Alabama's got us beat. The count is 149, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that they're doing that per capita.
Look up South Carolina.
South Carolina's right there at number 41.
Okay.
40. They stay
right,
consistent. Let me see if North Carolina improved. No, we stay consistent too. 39 and 39. But that's 2024. You won't get to 25 rankings. October, I think.
What's South Carolina?
That's cap for Alabama.
Well,
But,
now, keep in mind, there's only 50 states.
I know.
You got
that's
you
her.
got all right, hold on.
It is
Let's find number 50. Let's find 50 on the list. So Maryland is 49th.
Okay. That's
Hawaii is ranked.
argue with
Hawaii is ranked 51st, even though
That's
you know.
crazy. That's
So
crazy.
I left Alabama schools in the 9th grade.
Wait. We might be looking. Hold on. We might be looking at this chart.
All right.
Go to your next, because this is appendix 1. Go to your next page real quick. Okay, yeah, here we go. Keep going. So that's total enrollment for the fall.
Mhm.
That's daily attendance. Keep going. Number of instructional staff. Okay, let's start here. So Alabama ranks 50th. 50th for instructional staff. So that means what you're saying for your state is valid. That's dead last for the staff that are there teaching.
That's crazy.
All right, let's go to North Carolina.
I mean, I've attended both states, bro. Like
North Carolina's ranked 37th. All right, go to your South Carolina is ranked. They're second. So they got some of the best staff in the nation.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Number of teachers in public schools. Alabama dead last at 50. North Carolina 37.
What about South Carolina?
South Carolina, scroll down a little bit. Is number 3. All right, so that was number of teachers in public schools.
Okay.
This one. They rank dead last. So what's the next page? Students enrolled per teacher in public school. So Alabama ranks second for that. So that would explain. Well, I'm not gonna say it fully explains, but that explains not having a bunch of teachers. You know what I'm saying, on staff. Like if your daily attendance for school is not high and you're trying to keep your class ratio to a certain level. Now, at average salaries of public school teachers,
you talk about a whole different situation.
This is okay. Alabama ranks 46,
and that's why I feel like this is true.
Teachers are just doing that to get a check. It's just like if you're a doctor or you're a lawyer, a lot of people just do it.
I love the game. Gotta love the game.
Kids,
I love the game,
they're
bro.
doing it just to get a check. They're not learning. The kids have such a bad attitude that the teachers don't care whether they learn.
That's a fact.
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean,
like bro,
I know that people don't generally. Man, fuck it. We on our podcast. Listen, there's some badass fucking kids, man.
I know,
and it's because they got some badass fucking parents. Like I'll be honest with you. Like I've seen it firsthand where like teachers have parents in for conferences and shit, and they just be like, "Yo,
bro,
this is normal in my household. Why do you have an issue with it?
Yes.
Because you, sir, are a piece of shit."
Look,
and you are teaching your kid lessons that are setting them up for failure. Let's be honest about that shit.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm a teacher, I don't want to deal with your fucking kid. Homeschool that fucker. Homeschool that motherfucker.
The thing that I deal with working with DSS and the foster kid system, right? A lot of the parents, they just want the money, so they got like 10 kids in their house. Like how can you pay attention?
That part.
Pay attention to these kids in your house. You got 10 of them, but you got 10 of them because you want that money. They pay you a check every month to have these kids in your house,
and you
right?
ain't teaching them nothing.
Yes. So then I come through as a behavior specialist, right? I'm a behavior specialist for DSS, right? So when they put in these referrals to like these kids, these teenagers, especially teenagers, acting up, like boom, I go to their house, it's like what's going on? They was like, well, this is a no Wi-Fi house. I said, well, that's half your problem right there, my nigga.
How does that even work if the kids
don't even work? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even work, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trust me. But I'll put in my reports though. Yeah, nigga, like these kids don't have nothing to. They don't want the Wi-Fi, nigga.
Let me clarify something too, real quick before we go past that. I'm not saying that you should be fucking having CPS or whatever the system is called on you because you don't have Wi-Fi. That is not a requirement to be a good parent. However, if your kid has, I don't know, Class Dojo and Fruit Ninja and all that shit for school that they got to do assignments on, and they don't have Wi-Fi at home, you, sir or ma'am, are part of the problem. And
I'm not saying that they need to be on the Wi-Fi. I'm saying I have a balance of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Make
it available. Make it available.
And right? So, but a lot of these kids, medically, they're not getting the medical that they need, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they mentally, they just like ADHD, autism, like boom, you know what I'm saying? DSSS don't really like fix that whole situation, right? They just put it with foster parents as a long-term placement. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question about this.
What's up?
Because for a long time I've had interest in this, like fostering a kid or adopting another kid.
Yeah.
So what qualifies specifically? What training? What qualifications,
bro,
do these foster parents have to go through,
bro?
What licenses, certificates do these parents have to go through before they're eligible to foster a kid? Or is the criteria to just have a decent home, room enough for the kid, be able to afford 3 meals a day and provide a bed, make sure they go to school?
That's all it is, bro. That's all it is.
That's unfortunate.
So my branch in DSS, right? We are behavioral specialists, right? But we also go through we kind of like observe the foster parent. We also observe the household and all that stuff like that. And then we go back to DSS like, oh, no, that's not a good fit for that kid. I'm going to tell you straight up, my nigga. Based on South Carolina, if you got a house, nigga, you good. That's why a lot of these foster parents, they got 10 fucking kids in their house. They don't even have enough beds to even... You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough beds for the 10 kids in their house.
Yeah.
To accommodate, right? So now we got to go through like, damn, what's wrong with this kid? Why this kid's acting out? That the kid acting out, for one, nigga, they can't even get on Wi-Fi. Two, they don't got nowhere to sleep. Boom, da da da. But a lot of people in South Carolina, they get all these kids because they gonna get their check. They gonna get their check, nigga. That's all it's about. So that's why my branch was created. My branch was created to like stop all that bullshit. Like, all right, you got 7 kids in your house. I'm about to put into the report. I'm gonna take 3 of them kids at your house. That's exactly what I do. That's all I do. All right, I'm gonna deal with this kid for 90 days. But if your household is not built for all 10 of your kids, nigga, I'm gonna take the 3 kids that I got. I'm gonna pull them out your house because at the end of the day, you can't focus on anything. You just worry about that money.
Pull them and take them where?
Mm-hmm.
Pull them and take them where?
Oh, so that's another problem. That's another problem, right? I'll pull them out of that house, right? They're gonna go back to a DSS office, right? So they do have group homes and everything that these kids go to, but at the end of the day, like the main focus on everything is to put them in long-term placement, right? So that's just like anybody that would take them for 90 to 180 days and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, right, if I feel like you just not going to get what you need in this placement right here, I'm going to take you out of that, right? We're going to put you back in DSS custody. But at the end of the day, I'm going to put you back in DSS custody, right? But I'm going to do a report to put you back in long-term placement. The thing is about foster system, right? So let's say North Carolina, right? A kid can go from Hope Mills to Rayford to Fayetteville to Raleigh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just keep bouncing around. My thing is to put them in long-term placement. A good one.
How rare or how hard is that to actually do, though? Is that actually achievable in most cases?
It's hard. So like the houses that have 10 kids, right? They always take the kids. So they're gonna put the kids in that house, right? It's like, oh, you gonna take them anyway? All right, put them in there. So it's more people that will take the 10 kids in their household for the check, versus the amount of houses, amount of long-term placement that would take kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's a nigga out there that would take 10 kids in a house and neglect half of them. But they're gonna get that check for 10 kids, right? So they're gonna take them in. So it's more people that would take in the 10 kids versus like a house that would take in 1 or 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense to me because like yeah, so people will generally do evil shit for money, man.
Yes.
Like that's a fact. And I get that. The problem I have with it though, like when I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you talk about it, I'm just thinking like, how can a system be more broken? And how because like, so in my mind, I know for a fact now that there are thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people out here who are suitable parents that can't have kids of their own.
Yes.
Right.
And I know that a lot of time in foster care, these kids are already older.
Yes.
These kids already have some underlying issues. Some of them might require medication. That's a lot of commitment for a person, anybody.
So
right?
I'm dealing with rape victims, molested victims. I had my number one client was Angie Stone grandson, right? And then Angie Stone just passed, right? So I got to deal with him on that point. You know what I'm saying? So drug victims, molested victims, rape victims, and that's what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, right?
So I'm just full of questions for this, man, because like this is stuff near and dear to me. So like with that being said, specifically for victims of heinous crimes, heinous acts, violence against kids, etc., what therapy programs exist prior to them being circulated into a foster care? Like what checks and balances exist so that the foster parent is not going to get a kid that's so damaged by trauma, and I don't want to say damaged like that,
no,
you so affected by the trauma that they've experienced that they are not ready to be normal, like regular kids in society, like regular, go sit in a classroom amongst 12 of their peers, receive class instruction, and be around kids who are going to be kids, who are going to say things, or, I'm not saying like to the full extent of bullying, but like kids pick, they do. So like, but like that might have a break, you know what I mean? Like in a classroom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be a pathway prior to
it's not right. So we are the pathway, right? So this what they do, right? DSS got so you got DSS, right? I work for my company, right? My company is contracted out of DSS, right? So what happened is the DSS case managers and caseworkers, they got so many kids on they fucking on a fucking case schedule, right? Oh boy, this deal. But anyway, so what they do is they contract us out, right? So once they contract us out, I go back to the case manager like, oh no, that kid need this, that kid need this, that kid needs this, right? And then they kind of like figured out at that point, right? Because at the end of the day, they're just gonna throw some kids in some houses, nigga. They're gonna throw some kids in some houses, and then that's where we come in the part, right? If the kid acting up in the houses, then we come through and like we kind of evaluate everything. Oh, okay, now that kid need some type of medication on this, right? Kid got ADHD, boom, boom. This kid got autism. Boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? We put all that shit in. And then we give it back to their case manager. Because the case managers in DSS, they got like 100 and something kids.
Yeah, that's
crazy. That's I think that's crazy. Nigga, I got
but they won't hire any more caseworkers?
Yeah, they won't. But I got 8 kids on my caseload when it comes to the job that I do. And that shit's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I got to do reports on these kids and da boom boom. Half of my kids are good. They're just in the foster system. They're going to graduate from high school. They're going to move on in life. But in the other half, they're like, I'm in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So I got to like figure it out.
I don't quite know how we got on the subject, but this shit's sad as fuck, bro. Like that's
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Shit, bro.
The saddest part is the female clients that I have, right? They're like 8 and they've been molested, they've been raped, they've been already at 8, right? So I got to come through and give them a burst of life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah, they life definitely needs to be
yeah. The teenagers, I'm not worried about it. The teenagers, you know what I'm saying? They're like, I think I'm grown, and boom, I ain't worried about them.
Yeah.
Them 8-year-old girls that I have, the 8-year, especially the girls, like the females, right? They got like, man.
So all right, this is my last question on this shit. Cause
you can answer all the questions that you want.
So how many of them, the younger ones anyway, have the opportunity that are more like temporary? Their actual parents are trying to get themselves together. How much of that do you have? How much of like
so it's
parents are incarcerated type shit, and once they get out, they can go back with their parents?
You talking about like 5 different percentages, right? So yeah, I have a percentage of I just my 2 clients that I have, one is 12, the other one is 5, right? I got they're both girls, right? When I go to the house to do my sessions, right, the mother sometimes be there, but the grandmother has custody of them, right? So
she's the matriarch.
Yeah, there you go. So sometimes the mother will be there, right? And then I have it kind of just like fluctuate, right? When it comes to like the girls, and I have one kid. I have one male kid that was molested by his uncle. You know what I'm saying? So I have to like jump back and forth with all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to like the percentage and all that, a lot of times when I have like kids, their mother is really there. They kind of like they might have been on drugs and stuff like that, but they have to be there with me to for probation reason to get their kids back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all a game. Not a game, but it's all like
it's a system requirement in order for them to,
right? So when I come to, I might go to the foster parent house, might be some white woman, right? It might be some white woman, but I see this black woman there. All right, so she's there because she has to be there because she's on some type of probation.
Supervised visit,
boom, and I request that. I always request that though. Hey, where the mother at? Okay. The mother on drugs, is she working through like to get off the drugs and yeah, okay, all right. I want the mother there so we can all have the time together.
And the dads?
Well, the dad's kind of crazy. The dads is kind of like
they don't want nothing to do with it, or it's just like
they just don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I deal with a lot of prostitutes. Right?
Okay, I got you.
So the mother is a prostitute. A trick got them pregnant. The kid come along, but the mother's still on drugs. That's how the kid got taken away. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but the mother ended up changing, get her stuff, get herself straight. Boom, I'm gonna work with this guy, with my kid, and then we all gonna, build everything together. You know what I'm saying? So it's all depends on like everything is like case by case basis. But I do have a lot of situations with a dude. It's like the main custody guy.
Yeah.
And the mother is the one that's on drugs. But the kid might have like behavior issues, right? So it's kind of like, hey, can you help me get my child to love me again type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
building connection.
Yes. It goes like back and forth. And then I got some kids, they just on point, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's on point.
It's just like, hey, life be lifing, and I got
it. And so the ones that I deal with the most is like the life be lifing, motherfuckers.
That's good, man. Because my next question for you, what it is actually like. Okay, now that you've explained all of that, and I know we're gonna move on to this what you got posted up here, man. But my last question is for you, Brett. Like, So with all of what you just said, all of what you're experiencing now, and the background that I know that you come from, and what we've done for work for the last 20 years,
Mhm.
how does this affect your psyche as a vet, as a person that that are looking at kids, that have kids of their own?
Mhm.
Like what are you doing to decompress yourself from this?
So what I do to decompress myself, I just I go for my own. Like I might go to Buffalo. I might go to Buffalo Wild Wings
Mhm,
after I see a kid or something shit, and just fuck his zone out.
mhm,
Because my kids is not brought up in the same situation as they is,
mhm,
right? So I have to take that break, right?
yeah,
But also, I was a trouble kid, right? I went to Youth Challenge Academy. I got kicked out of alternative school. I got kicked out of high school. So that's how I relate to them on that one,
mhm.
right? I think the only thing that is hard for me to grasp is the kids that sexual, molested and shit like that.
Yeah.
I had to really learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like your uncle did that. You know what I'm saying? Like talking to them.
It's always the ones that they trust the most, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that's
always the
crazy.
ones that I trust the most. Now I've been doing it for a year and a half now. I
Mhm,
get it now though, right? Like, damn, it's always gonna be the one that's closest to you.
yeah.
That's
I never
crazy.
experienced that though. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So what I do now though, man, I think the army built me for this though,
mhm.
right? I got 2 combat deployments. I seen niggas die. I've been in firefights and all that boom boom. So my mind is a little different,
For sure.
but it's not so different that I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Uh,
You definitely gonna have some empathy and sympathy in
yeah,
there, but it's like,
yeah,
what
yeah,
the fuck?
yeah, it's not that different though. You know what I'm saying? Damn, like
Sickos.
your
Yeah.
own uncle did that to you. You know what I'm
You
saying?
still recognize like the
Yes,
severity of like these issues,
yeah,
and like you try to be as understanding as possible, like because
yeah,
I can only imagine like the different types of behaviors that trauma would cause
yes.
in a child. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Uh,
unfathomable, bro.
I'm gonna say this one thing, Rounds, before we get to be able to change everything up. A lot of the people that molested them and raped them and all that, they look like me.
Mm,
A middle-aged nigga with a beard and that boom boom. So
mm,
when I get those referrals, it's I read that, I'm like, damn, like how I'm gonna navigate through it because I look like the nigga that raped
yeah,
them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
That's
I think like people like me, you, and Bay Ave, like we just come from that cloth, man.
mm,
So when we approach them, we know how to approach them. And
mm,
once I approach them the right way, they cool. They like,
Yeah.
oh man, like they feel safe around me, and
Gotta
that's good.
break that. You gotta
you know
break
what I'm
that.
saying? Because we just seen that. We just seen that.
Them barriers, yeah.
We
Mhm.
see those barriers growing up. Our mothers might have went through that shit. So my mother got pregnant at 14 when oldest daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Yeah. I don't think today, man, that there is a person that is walking this earth that isn't related to or know somebody who hasn't experienced some kind of that like trauma like that.
yeah.
Right.
So
And it's
so
fucking
at the
crazy.
school calendars and all that stuff, like
Mm.
a lot of teachers in schools that haven't been through that, you know what I'm saying? But I've been through all that shit. So that's
Mm.
why I want the kids to like relate to me. But yeah, do you think, my nigga?
I don't know, man. I actually just pulled it up just to have it in the
Yeah, I didn't
background. But
So let's
look,
let's read what you got there though.
a former Etowah County school district employee is accused of shoving a 6-year-old student with both hands and causing the child to hit their head on the gym floor. I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. I got a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You won't be worried about no mug shot.
Nah. Yeah, man. Like that.
Uh,
So here's what I will say.
You're supposed to be teaching.
As an adult though, as an
Yeah.
adult, yeah, man, I understand sometimes these kids get fucking super disrespectful, right? Like because they don't know they know better, but they don't know better. Because if you know better, you
Right.
do better, right? That's always the mindset. But like you've got to show to be a teacher, to be somebody who's a public servant, man, you've got to show a different level of restraint, and composure than the general public,
There you go.
right? Like so like we hold you to a higher account, being in a position like that of authority where we trust you with kids for 8 hours, some instances 10 hours out of the day. You know what I mean? You don't shove no 6-year-old kid. Like she's obviously bigger than a 6-year-old kid. And like whatever the words this kid was saying, and if it got physical, you should be able to restrain a 6-year-old kid, and get yourself some assistance in there and get that child down the hallway to one of them counselors or whatever. So this shit is unexcusable to me.
Right. I'm
It's
gonna put it
unexcusable.
like this. You just have to pick the job that you know that you are qualified for.
Well, no, it's not just the qualifications that you have the correct mindset,
Mindset. There you go.
right? You know your own limitations. So why go into being a teacher if you don't like kids?
There you go.
Why be around kids if you know kids talk shit and you don't and it's going to
You
get
can't do
you
nothing. You
into a
can't do
certain
nothing about it.
space, right? Like you can't be that person. You have to be, like I said, you got to have a different level of composure, right? And you got to have higher standards and and I don't know this situation fully, and maybe there's some more shit to this shit. Maybe the kid, pulled out a damn little pocket knife or anything. Like we only get half stories every time, right? So like I see this and I see that there is a news company with a little blue star that's pushing this, but we don't know the whole story. We don't know her perspective. We don't know anything.
Yes.
Right. So like before I judge this lady fully, I'm gonna say on the surface, it's absolutely fucking wrong. On the surface, it's absolutely fucking wrong. Right. But nobody should be putting their hands on nobody's kids, period.
Correct.
Right. Like if you got to restrain this kid for a while now, this kid brought a gun to school or they brought a knife to school or some shit like that. I got it. You shoved the kid. I'm sure her intent wasn't to fucking make the kid slam his head on the floor or her head on the floor. But to be that close to shove a kid, was the kid in her face? Where's these teachers' aides that are normally in the classrooms? What's the de-escalation methods that's taught at the school? There's a lot of questions I would have, bro.
Yes.
Like I don't know if that's fake or real. I didn't even look up George Floyd's birthday.
It's accurate, bro. It's
That is
accurate.
accurate.
It's
Okay.
accurate. I did the homework. It said fans noticed Charlie Kirk and George Floyd share the same birthday.
And both died.
That's crazy. I didn't know that shit.
Both died from neck injuries. Nah, but they're not the same.
Nah, not the same. Two different cases.
Yeah, that's two different.
One looked like some 1920s, 1930s, 40s, and 50s oppression of Black America.
You sitting on his neck, nigga.
And the other one is an act of violent crime from a lunatic. They're two different things.
Yes.
Like the suicide thing at Delta State in Mississippi. I don't have an opinion on that until that final medical examination report comes out that was privately paid for by Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to him for doing that. But that's when I will voice my opinion about that. Until for right now, I'm going to keep my opinion to myself, other than historically Black men don't hang themselves from trees.
They don't. I said on that. So
the method, you can look up methods of suicides among the Black population and look at hanging historically amongst Black people, and you will find that number is very, very low.
Yes.
Does it even exist?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a percentage point on somebody's chart.
Yeah.
That is very, very low.
And I've heard cases of it. And it's been from
So go back real quick to that truck.
What was that
shit?
Oh yeah. Just public display of what's going on.
Where's that at though?
I'm not sure, bro.
Run it back real quick and then pause it almost immediately. So the street so I-10 runs across Texas. It runs across the southern part of the United States. So I think you can go from Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, or is that?
So you got I-10 that go
east to west across there. Right?
And you got 95 that go south to the north.
Yeah, all the odd numbers go north to south. So that definitely goes across Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, all the way out to the west. So it's in one of those states so far. I couldn't see what it said on the left side of the sign, but just know that we're talking about the southern half of the United States right now. And looking at that license plate, actually, it looks like a Mississippi license plate from here, because Louisiana plates has the little boot in the middle, the little Louisiana one. Mississippi plates are kind of like that standard white placard with Mississippi written on it. And look how long the writing is on it.
Yeah, I can't zoom in. I can't
Definitely,
zoom in.
you ain't got to zoom, bro. Like I used to do this type of shit for a living. So I'm telling you right now, like that the length of the text going across that plate tells me that that's more than likely Mississippi.
Is that Mississippi? Okay, all right. I'm looking.
But play the audio. Maybe she said.
No, you got it. You got it. Yeah. What's she saying though?
I don't know.
She ain't saying nothing. Yesterday, and I up on this truck. It caught my eye because of all the flags, right? And it wasn't until I got a little closer I realized what was hanging on the back. And I'm like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing in this day and time? I'm so confused. So I said, let me try to capture the words on the side to see if I could put two and two together. I'm still just as confused. What's going on?
I think that's Texas though.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of gospel playing in my ear.
It caught my eye because of all the.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Like I don't put that past anybody. But you know what? That's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And now I know who you are. I know who you are.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. I remember when I first got stationed here in North Carolina. I'm driving and I'm in Fayetteville, and there's a lot of black people in Fayetteville. But there's a pickup truck sitting at the traffic light right beside me, or like diagonal across from me. And I look at the back of that motherfucker truck. He got a bumper sticker on there with the old glory, the old Confederate flag on that shit. That should say, "If I'd have known this would have happened, I'd have picked my own damn cotton." You know what I'm saying? And like I just laugh at this shit because I'm like, there's a bunch of cotton fields when you drive from out of North Carolina and you take them back roads in North Carolina, you're gonna see a lot of cotton fields.
It's still
everywhere.
It's still a big Confederate flag flying.
Yeah. Well, I-95, man. I-95, and like here's the thing. Again, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. You're telling me exactly who you are. And when I personally see those flags, the number one thing that comes to my mind is you are representing a traitor in some form or fashion. Yep. Right? They fought in a war with the United States as we know it today, right? And you lost. You lost. I don't want to erase your history. I don't because it's American history. It's part of our history.
But not that you lost.
But do not lie and say that war was not about slavery.
Acknowledge that.
Your most profitable thing was the black human being.
Acknowledge that.
Acknowledge it. I don't want your money. I don't want reparations. I'm more than able to get out here and work and make money. But I do want you to acknowledge when I tell you that your war, that flag that you're flying, that war was about owning black people.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna look me in my black ass eyes.
It said that it wasn't.
And know that you will never ever own a black person.
Yes.
Ever again. And that was a part of American history. And that's exactly where it is. It's fucking history.
Where it is, bro.
So them days is gone. There's too many of us, and when I say us, I mean multicultural people here.
Yep.
Right. To ever submit to some European fucking ancestors who are claiming that this land completely belongs to them. Those people, I don't want nothing to do with them. And when they tell me that they have those views, right? I'm like, okay. Thank you for letting me know. And I'm going about my business.
I got kidnapped over here, nigga. I don't care.
No. I was born here. I get
what you're saying though.
Yeah, we are native to this land.
You are native to this land. Bro. I think just like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm native to this land, my nigga. Like, I don't have no. I it's no argument to it, right? And I'm from the South, nigga, and I'm from the Geechee Islands of of
I
Georgia.
was going to tell you, there was blacks here before slavery. There's native blacks here before slavery, bro.
Matter of fact, the slaves drowned themselves on the island where I'm from.
They jumped off their goddamn boat, still shackled and chained, because they never wanted to be fucking in servitude to anybody like that.
My ancestors part of history, and that's why I always think the way I think. Like, oh no,
the Gilligichis got some of the best fucking Southern food I've ever had in my life too.
Yeah, nigga,
Shout out to them for that shit.
You gonna tell you about that shit, nigga? My ancestors drowned themselves in the waters. You know what I'm saying? When they came to the island, nigga, like Beyonce did that whole like reenactment. I don't really care about that whole situation.
So this is some shit. This is what I'll leave this subject with. And I know it's late. I know it's late, bro. But I want to leave this subject with this on your mind, right? Mm-hmm. Like hate is a taught ideology, period. Mm-hmm. Because when I travel the world, bro, and I mean the world, like my part of my job, like I've covered all of Europe, I've covered all of Asia to include Southeast Asia, right?
Me too.
Like literally every fucking where.
Yes.
Right? So when I tell you that hate is a taught concept,
it is.
When I travel to these places and I ask them about like their experiences with black people, their experiences or their thoughts about black people, most of them tell me, one, that what they know is that black people were at one point slaves. So when they migrate, to the United States, they already feel like this sense of, sometimes, not all of them, but sometimes they feel this sense of entitlement, like, yo, I deserve this opportunity more than a person who was a slave, right? So that's one perspective. The other perspective is, like we were talking about way earlier, is the music. When they hear us like nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that, they over there, they're not saying it with any fucking malice.
Yes.
They're saying it because they heard that shit in a fucking
song,
right? But when they come here and they automatically think white is right, right? And they sit with them because colorism is still a thing in the US. Whether you light skin, dark skin is still a thing. Whether you fucking whether you, for Chinese people, whether you Cantonese or traditional Chinese, when you're in South America, whether you're if you're Dominican or you're like a light-skinned Dominican, like there's colorism everywhere. So that still exists, right? But it's taught, and it's normally taught by colonizers. Black people have never in the history of mankind taught a culture of any sort from outside of their country to hate another race.
Yes.
Right. And it's got that is factual information. So I don't care how much shit comes up on the internet that says like, oh, black people hate other black people and this and this, and that's why they kill each other and et cetera, et cetera. No, sir. That is a taught trait that some people who don't understand that they are no longer slaves to either a system, chains, an oppressor, or whatever. It's a mindset that they're stuck in, and it is our job, like you said earlier, Soup, to help lift them out of that shit, right? To bring a sense of wokeness, right? Like we don't use wokeness like, oh, nigga, we know that you're racist. No, wokeness is like understand that you are no longer in chains and shackles, and that you do have opportunities out here. And you don't have to be on welfare, and you don't have to live in slums. You can require more for yourself. You can go get educated. We're in the age of the internet. So if you can't afford to go to college, guess what you can do? You can get your ass on fucking YouTube and learn all these fucking blue collar jobs that teach you how to do it yourself and start your own business. Like there's like tons of things to do. You are no longer in chains and shackles. But if your mindset is still in chains and shackles, you can never be better.
You can never be better, man.
That's it.
Damn, you just.
I think you closed the show out.
I said that on the last episode. Man.
Yeah.
If your mind's going to keep you in that past, nigga, you will never get better, nigga. And that's just how the game goes, man. I don't look for sympathy. I don't look for like handouts. Like I'm good. I did what I did. I got my bread, nigga. I'm good, nigga. I'm living life, right? So, but at the end of the day, man, I can't go off like what my ancestors were slaves, nigga. I don't, so it's like
all that crutches. That's
I wear that. I wear that.
Yeah,
like I wear it though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I wear it, but I'm not looking for no handouts. Like
no.
is,
I
right?
wear it. I don't use it as an excuse for anything. Right. Like I'm 100% sure of what my lineage goes back 5 generations. I've been on ancestry.com for like the longest, and I've been able to build it back 5 generations, bro.
Yes.
5.
And I'm
Right.
from times
So
out. Man.
I will tell you this: like the most ignorant shit that can come out of a white person's mouth to a black person is you guys can't even trace your lineage back 200 years.
Oh no!
Hold on. This is something that I've heard said multiple times, and I have a lot of issue with. Right. Number one, I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna sit here and blame white people, but they do. They owned all the books. They wrote all the books. They signed all the checks when the transactions happened between slaves.
History, yeah.
Right. So don't sit here. It is the most narcissistic thing to do. Right. Is victim blaming. Right. Like if the victim, the enslaved, doesn't know where their ancestors come from, and you, sir, are the slaver, and you had the books and the receipts for your transactions, right? Then you are responsible for an entire generation of people who don't know their lineage.
Yes.
Right. So what I also at some point would like to see happen though is like the entirety of Western Africa. There needs to be like a fact finding mission done, because a lot of those ports where Africans left, like, yeah, you know, and it's unfortunate, like, you know, a lot. I don't know, man. I know. I had these attitudes and these viewpoints, and at the same time, can you ever though, you know, as any human being, black, white, whatever color, can you ever imagine waking up, being born, have had being born in another country, in a different
bro? I always think about that, bro.
Yeah,
I think like that. If slavery never happened, bro, we'd be in Africa right now.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
if slavery never happened, right?
And think about it. Think about this. Let me add that to this. Right now, if all the black people got that you were talking about earlier, that still want segregation, got their way, and we were still in Africa, we still be fucking being oppressed by people who live in America.
Yeah.
Every research breakthrough stolen.
Yeah.
Every politician that is disagreed upon, we go to war with.
Yeah.
Right. So no matter how you look at it, embrace the circumstances that you're in and do the best you can with your circumstances for you and your family, dog. That's what living is. Get out, experience life.
Yeah.
Open that.
Did the same thing last week.
Apparatus. Open that apparatus so your perspective is a little bit wider, and hopefully once it gets that wide, it can get a little bit more wide, you know, and you can start seeing things for what they are and not what they tell you they are.
In facts.
Because this right here, just this Facebook shit, you can find 1,000 things that you'll agree with on there because it's in a lens that matches what your perception is, man.
Yep.
And they notice they got fucking brainiacs all day working on this shit.
Algorithm. They will control your algorithm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying with this whole situation. So yeah.
For sure, man. So I think rounds close it out. I ain't got too much, man. Like I was more on the sideline listening in, like so.
We do this all the time though.
Yeah. And y'all notice when we was here, like we be making music, we might sidetrack and talk about some life. You know what I'm saying?
Some real stuff.
Yeah. So like I hope that like the people that inspire me to like not see things so narrowly. I hope that everybody in their life has somebody, man, that they would just take a second, right? Get out of their own ego and bubbles and how they see things, just to tear it down for like an hour.
I will say this though, back in 2020, you was that guy for me.
Appreciate it.
You was that guy, man. Like you like when I come to the studio, man, you kind of like just randomly like, do you know what the fuck going on? Like,
yeah,
you know, I'm very like, if it ain't got nothing. If it ain't got nothing to do,
you nonchalant like me.
I don't really boom. But Mark Brown really put me on some like, man, you see this shit on there. He bring that shit up in the studio and shit before I go in the studio. Like boom, and I was like, okay, I need to start appreciating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me this off the fact that off the music that I made, that he also looked at me like, I think that you need to learn about this shit, nigga. Because I think you're gonna look at it a different way.
Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna look at it as I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will say this, like, I will not argue with anybody, bro. Like, I'm not gonna argue with them, right? Like, if I have taken my time to research the facts, and then somebody still argues their perspective, I'm gonna listen to their perspective because I'm trying to understand more so how you got to that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, the information is there to be shared. If I took my time to do the research on it, I feel like it's my duty as a just a good human being to pass that information forward.
I'll learn from you though. I'll learn from you on Facebook. I'll be learning from you though. Like you be posting some shit, I'm like, let me go dig into that. Shit. But,
I won't post it unless I
know. Like you won't post it unless it's like some real shit.
Yeah,
and that's how I look at it. Yeah. And I told Bay Ave, like, unless Mark Brown post that shit, nigga, I don't even really be paying attention to that shit, right?
Yeah. I hit him up with the
you didn't post much about
Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Yeah, you didn't post much about him.
Nope.
But you did post about Trump though. So I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I was telling Bay Ave, like, let me go do my research on fucking Charlie Kirk because I didn't really hear much.
I'll say it here live on air, man. Donald Trump is a certified pedophile sympathizer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I can't prove that he's a pedophile, but he is a pedophile sympathizer. And the fact that the government in some instances continue to try to conceal that fact from you. They continue to try to hide or to change what you're seeing with your own two eyes. Yeah. If that's not a problem for you, sir or ma'am, you have an issue with reality. And I'm honestly telling you that you need to change your circles. You need to change the people that are around you so that you can go out here and see things clearly, because you are making decisions in your life that are not conducive and will not be conducive in the future, and you're on the wrong side of history. That man is a pedophile sympathizer. He is a bully. He is a wimp because he does not like anybody saying anything negative about him. He cannot counter anything with actual facts. He surrounded himself with white nationalists like what is his name? Stephen Miller, right? Who came up with this Project 2025, and the likes of Stephen Miller come up with 2025. And Trump lied to the American people again and said, "Oh, I know nothing about Project 2025," and everything he's done thus far is directly out of the pages of 2025, right? Starting with the very first fucking page. So, like, you got to stop playing in our faces like we're not seeing these things that are actually happening just because you have this woman that is your press secretary that gets up there to try to spin it for you and say, no, that's not what he meant, or this is what he actually meant, or this is where his stance is on this. No, sir, we are seeing it clear as fucking day in 8K on a daily basis, the lies and the hypocrisy. But yes, he's a pedophile sympathizer.
That's a great clip.
Oh, I
got you. I'm clipping it up, baby. No, facts.
There are a lot of people in our government, man. They're not qualified. They're not. They have. I'm not gonna say they're not necessarily qualified to be in government, but the positions that they're currently holding, they're not qualified for. And the fact that, like, members on both sides of the aisle, like, sit here with these hearings like they actually matter. Those hearings that they do when you're the minority, like, that person's going to get confirmed. Like, there is zero power right now being the minority. So if you're listening to this, you're watching this, you see a clip of this, get your ass up and vote during the midterms. Go participate in your local elections. Don't be fucking lazy. If you don't have a real ID and that's what is required to vote, you've got months from now before this election happens. Get up off your fucking couch, go do that shit. Because I don't want to hear you on any platform like this or any other one complaining when it's a candidate that you didn't fucking vote for, right? because you didn't do the right thing by getting your shit in order so that you could vote. So like gerrymandering and all of that shit, you got a fucking car.
Yes.
Every city got fucking public transportation. If you care that much, get out and fucking vote. Period.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
Facts.
I'll rock with you, my nigga.
Get out and vote. Just like I had Mayor Elect here on here for her episodes. Like she was saying.
I wish I could have got on for that one, bro, because I had a bunch of questions. I put some in the chat.
Yeah.
But I was dealing with some other shit at the house, but
All
I
good.
really wish I could have been part of that episode.
Hey, we locked in with her, so anytime I hit her up,
when is her election?
Yeah,
it already passed. I mean, we already voted.
Is she the mayor select?
No,
she didn't get it.
Cat, no, the cat that the cat that got selected for mayor has been the mayor for the last 9 years.
Oh yeah,
the city, the city won't change, but they won't change who's in the seat. So
yeah, I mean,
the town rather.
So
it's one of them things that we're gonna have to get out in the community and do our own stuff. Like I heard what you said earlier, the advice, with the government funding and stuff, but the stuff that we're trying to do, it won't really require government funding. It's just get out in the community and get active. I'm with it.
Get active doing what though, man?
Bringing people together, man. That's step number one. Getting everybody on one accord. I ain't trying to build no schools. I ain't trying to, this, that, and nerd, but I would like to run some big brother, big sister programs. I won't necessarily call it that, but I mean, just whether I gather up 10 young men, and take them out to the park, play ball with them, get them out the street, keep their mind busy, take them out of town,
I'm gonna be honest about I like the ideas of like the big brother programs, right? But here in today's climate, bro, I will say that probably works a good bit of the time in non super gang infested territory, super, like that mid suburb type area where there's some issues. Because I'm gonna tell you, you put yourself like if you're a family man, right? You go out to one of these situations, and these kids, they be having issues with kids, and these kids is all strapped up, switches the whole nine.
Yeah,
you might fuck around and be at the basketball court trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? And just be in the wrong place at the wrong time because association brings affiliation, and these motherfuckers, like I don't know where the empathy and the humanity went, bro. I don't know. But yeah, literally. But there's a lot of people dead and dying over the dumbest fucking things. Over the dumbest fucking things, bro. Like, and we just can't. We can't get past it.
Stop that shit, man. We gotta stop that shit, bro.
Like it's bad, man.
We gotta stop that shit, man. That's just crazy.
It's terrible. Like the school, like the worst though. Like you killing people in the most vulnerable fucking position, bro. Churches, schools,
yes,
movie theaters,
that's so crazy to me. Like
nightclubs, your guard.
She was off limits.
Yeah, you going to relax and
yeah, we gotta change that shit, man.
It's stress off and
that shit's off limits.
And you're lacking.
It's pretty bad.
You can't in this day and time. You can't put your guard down.
No, you can't.
We just had somebody my way. We just had somebody get killed at a dance recital for the kids, bro. A school dance recital.
That's crazy.
That's horrible. Who's thinking that something's gonna happen like that at a kid's dance recital?
Here you go. How much hatred do you got to have in your heart to go to a man that you already murdered, to go to their funeral, and then to shoot up the funeral and try to shoot up a person while they in a casket, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are we at, bro? Where, like, honestly?
Yeah, that's diabolical.
And I told you already, I'm a constitutionalist, right?
Yeah.
I'm a centralist and a constitutionalist. So don't fuck with my Second Amendment because it's not the guns at all. It's not. It's the people that go get them, right? That think that that's the only way to solve whatever issue that they have in their life.
Yeah, nobody want to fight these days.
and like You know, you could do the same fucking thing with a butter knife. You might not be able to kill en masse with butter knives, but like I'm the point that I'm making is like when you have an idea to do something stupid, right? Yeah, you can access a gun, and you probably can't get it legally. So you're getting them black market and all sorts of shit, man. But I'm gonna tell you, black people, we don't manufacture no guns, bro. We don't own any of the manufacturers, bro. Just saying.
At all.
So
they're selling them for a reason.
yeah, but I mean,
And
yeah,
you can obtain a switch very easy.
You can, I don't even want to tell you the means, but there is technical means you could buy shit on Amazon and make it at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's the age we in. However, legal gun owners ain't doing that, bro. Stop that. Like, I don't want us being mixed in
with the foolishness.
With the foolishness, bro. Because like legal gun owners are out here, one, inherent right to self-defense, defense of others, defense of your family. That should be priority one, right? It's the only reason really other than sport, right? You go hunting,
go target practice.
Go target practice, have fun. You know, you like recreational shooting, go have fun.
Right.
And also the Second Amendment says I got the right to fucking own this, to make sure that my government is not trying to oppress me. Right. So there's it's unfortunate. We are in a time, and like I hear people from like England, places where they're not allowed to have guns, and they're we're all crime. No, motherfuckers, you guys are still stabbing people because idiots that think that knives can solve the whatever dispute or issue that they have, they pick up a knife and do it. And it's the same concept. Like the guns are a part of American fabric, bro. Like it just is. So, but when you decide to take that gun and do something radical with it, then you know.
Hey, if one look bad, we all look bad. One bad apple, bro. One bad apple.
Yeah.
I'm talking about gun laws.
Yeah, because like we're just talking about basically like the guns are never the issue, bro. It's always the mindset of someone who has mental health issues.
Yes.
That think that them going to kill a bunch of people are going to make them famous or is going to solve their problems. It like whatever it is that they got in their mind. But that's not what most of us want to buy guns for.
Right.
But it's also too late though. It is too late.
What you mean?
End of time in our country, the Second Amendment been there, right? So everybody
I didn't go nowhere.
Bear arms, and I mean, you talk in the Western cowboy day. Now, we can go that far, right? For that far back. The problem is, man, the criminals gonna always get guns. So we're gonna have to have guns, because
guns ain't going nowhere.
If you put a restriction on us to buy guns, right?
You're giving the criminals all the power.
You give the criminals all the power, nigga, because if the criminals gonna know, like, oh, they ain't got them guns.
This is exactly why. Think about it this way, right? So, like I just told Bayav, you stepped away, but like I'm a constitutionalist, a centralist, right? So I might vote left, I might vote right on some shit. It depends.
It depends.
But the one thing you're not gonna fuck with me is any amendment to the Constitution, right? So when it comes to the Second Amendment, and say people decide, okay, we're gonna make a bunch of laws to restrict legal gun owners. No criminal follows the law.
No, not at all.
Period. No criminal follows the fucking law because we're already buying the guns illegally.
What was the Constitution?
The guns for?
When was the Constitution made? Right,
1776.
Right. The thing. So since 1776, nigga. Niggas been building up guns, nigga. Like, you know.
But what is so on that same page that you had up earlier, let's pull up the Second Amendment and then we'll close out, bro. But pull up the Second Amendment. People keep thinking that free speech is about your neighbor telling you, oh, you a nigga, oh, you a cracker. Like that thing. It's these amendments were thought about for government oppression towards society.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Like, y'all trying to restrict guns now?
No,
I said, oh shit, that shit. You way too late, nigga.
Which one? Which one, bro? Like what?
Second Amendment. So Second Amendment of the Constitution. I don't know. Like the founding fathers were like the biggest fucking think tank in the world because like they had the foresight to understand like that governments can become tyrannical and shit.
Yeah, that's correct.
So just at the top, the Library of Congress one, right there. Yep. That's just all right. A well-regarded militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But what is the reason in that? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. That's it right there. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, bro. It's that simple.
That's crazy.
So if you try to edit that shit, right? If you try to say, oh well, we don't want everybody to have guns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is not wrong. I mean, that shit is not right.
But
you still trying to bend that amendment.
Well, a lot of that part came apart where the slaves got freed. So once the slaves got freed, then they try to put all those gun laws into place.
Or maybe after segregation.
But did it say a free people? What did it say? Free people or free society? Free civilization?
Free society. I'm saying, like, once black people got the freaking right to bear arms, they
That's what I'm
put
saying.
a lot of
After segregation.
they put a lot of fucking laws into place at that point. Like,
The only law that was added was the NFA, the National Firearms Act, which is in itself is a fucking disgrace because like they put that shit in there specifically so that they could tax Americans on different firearm attachments like suppressors and etc. And I don't even want to get into that, bro, because like that's a whole different fucking ball. And that ATF
a whole different
shit is a fucking joke, bro. And like you want to talk about some systemic racism existing in the bureaucracy of government, that place right there. Find out, do some research and find out how many black people are denied like suppressor access every year and how many white people are granted suppressor access every year. Like do that research. That shit is fucking trash. But anyway, but that shit right there says the right of the people, and we are a union of 50 states, and that means all the people, and each state can have their own, hey, in order to carry it this way, you got to have this. In order to carry it that way, you can have this. But guess what? They can't tell you not to carry it.
Yeah.
Right. So that last line is the most important. Shall not be infringed. Period.
Good.
So if you're a felon and you get out of jail, you get out of prison, ask your district, your congressman or whatever, like, hey, are all my rights as a U.S. citizen gone? Does the Constitution not apply to me? And apply to make sure that your rights are restored, bro. Because like, if you're there's no reason right here that any one of these amendments that you pull up, bro, should be stepped on at all. I don't give a fuck. I care less what people say, bro. If they don't physically try to harm me, treat me like I'm Emmett Till or try to hang me or some shit like that, say whatever the fuck you want to. I now know who you are. That's it. And you know who I am. Listen, I am black. I am 100% comfortable in my skin. I know what value I add to society. I know what I bring to America. I know what I've done for America. You can never strip that. It's documented, right?
Yeah.
A lot of hate and race issues and shit on the white side, I feel like they come from, insecurity, man. Like they haven't done anything with their life. and they feel like I need to blame somebody for it. And the easy target is the people who used to be enslaved. And like, we're not easy targets.
We ain't going for it.
We're not. We're not easy targets, bro.
Better watch it. Yeah, man.
Cut that shit.
We like, we'll probably touch bases on the other amendments, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of important ones in there.
Yeah.
We need to educate our people, bro. A bunch of them.
Wake up. That's all I gotta say. Wake up, man. Hey, fellas, it's been nice, man.
I salute you. Appreciate you.
I've been soaking up the knowledge, bro. I'm trying to soak it up because I'll be into it with them on Facebook, bro. Like,
but
I don't want to be that guy, but sometimes I have to be that guy.
But when you know what you know, sometimes you don't have to argue. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to argue. You know what you know, and it's up to them to receive, or dismiss, and that's okay. You're not gonna reach everybody, bro. Like I promise. I've been on this earth for 45 years. Like I'm not gonna reach everybody, right? But I'm not gonna come to you with shit that ain't factual, right? Because I'd be doing a disservice to myself, and I'd be doing a disservice to you. Because then you can turn around and be like, man, last time I listened to this nigga, he gave me some bullshit. No, I never want that. I never want our relationship to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna come to you with like clear, concise facts.
That's like when I hit you. That's like when I hit you with the lynching joint. You're like, hold on, bro, it's real. I'm like, I didn't do the homework, bro.
I saw it, and then I scrolled past it because inconclusive means that they're not done with it yet. They're not done with it. So before I jump out the window, because this is one thing. Brett called it the Shador Sanders syndrome. We just gotta support him because he black. He need to be starting immediately. It's that type of shit, man. And like, this
just let it happen, bro.
Yeah, we don't understand how much negative can come from being hasty, right? We don't understand that like professionals will quit on us for being hasty because of public perception that we create. Right. So like when we get hard line behind an issue, like, oh, it's facts. This dude had broken legs, broken arm. There's no way he could climb a fucking tree and hang himself. Yeah, I agree that a person with broken arms and broken legs would not climb a tree. However, one medical examiner said that this person had no broken bones. We are waiting for a second opinion, independently done by the family, before I jump out the window and crucify that university, the police department down there, the fucking medical examiner, and I'm going to come with cold hard facts, and I'm going to do research data on how many black people have died that way under mysterious circumstances from Mississippi, and I'm going to fucking stay on it, right? Until there's some fucking resolution, because that's how it works. But you can't attack any problem if you don't have any, like, all the facts. You can say you're upset about something, man. And this is disturbing to me that a young man, African American, was found hanging on a campus, and there's no footage. I know at my HBCU, there's fucking cameras everywhere. How do you pick the one tree that doesn't have any cameras? No. So like more will come out, but sometimes I understand. Like for a family that's grieving, man, patience is hard.
Yeah,
right? Like I understand that better than most. Like my brother was killed when I was 15 years old, right? It took probably 2 years to get all the facts surrounding that. You know what I'm saying? So like patience is very difficult, and I understand, but jumping out the window is worse. It's worse because it'll make a whole system shut down. Right, and it'll make the red tape that much thicker. Be patient. Y'all doing right. Like they got the second opinion coming, which they're entitled to. When that NE lays out his opinions and they're conflicting with the ones from the guy that the government, the local government hired, then we're gonna have some conversations.
Yeah, facts.
So till then, I just rest in peace, my man. Scroll by.
World War III, brother. World War III. All right, man. So I guess we'll wrap it up, fellas, man. Like I said, I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate the knowledge. Appreciate the, every point everybody made. everybody opinion. Until next time, man.
Next time, brothers.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Rich Souls. Subscribe, like, put it
share,
down.
subscribe.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, bro.
All right. Peace.